And welcome! Welcome to Master Swan Open number 92, our monthly tournament for players up to Master 2, more or less, 4.7k MMR. I know that this is not exactly the May edition.
Monthly.
No, because we did skip May, kind of, because of the qualifiers for WC and DreamHack Dallas and so on. So because the schedule got a little bit tight at the end of the month, we actually had to skip the May edition and go into June edition. But that means that potentially we may have 2 Master Swans in June, just so you know. It depends. It depends on the end of the month schedule because there's Home Story Cup as well. So keep your eyes peeled. The schedule is very dynamic. But anyway,
You want to finish the intro?
hold on, I'll get to it. I'm here with
You haven't
Steelmod.
introduced.
I'm here with Steelmod, who's impatient,
That's
so I'm
your
not gonna
stuff.
introduce him. He's here, okay? I'm here, I'm Kuro, and these are the players. Let's go. The end. Anyway, we are here in the top left corner of Pylon Alley, and we have our Blue Zerg player from Ukraine. It is Tyur, also known as Dwarf.
And in the south corner, southeast corner of the map, also a Zerg, all the way from the land of Korea. Give it up for our red Zerg. It's Choigalaxy. Otherwise known as China.
Is that? Yeah, what? Do we know what is Galaxy in Korean? Do you know? Because I know that he specifically made like Roman letter name, and I don't know if it's just translation of his name or if that's just a nickname.
Let's go. I have Google Translate. Let's go. Galaxy, and let's go with Korean. Where's Korean? Yeah, actually.
There you go. So it is translated.
It's Unna. So Choina. This means Choigalaxy. That's
Yeah.
literally the name.
Very nice.
We
But
did
yeah.
it!
Yeah, we did it, Reddit. But yeah, we wanted to show you this player because we have not casted him before. I don't remember if Light might have casted him in some of the open tournaments, but we have not casted him in amateur tournaments before, as he is going for third base.
Group, before anything.
Huh?
Look in chat.
I'm not looking in chat because my chat is malfunctioning. Let's put it at that.
Captain Fish has something to say.
There is nothing absolutely that he should be saying. There is nothing that he needs to say. I actually did not see the chat, unironically, because my windows are all out of whack. But anyway, we have some stuff happening as Choigalaxy went for that third base, and it doesn't look like Tyur is planning to. He got that Roach Warren, he got that wall on the second base, he's going for Lair as well, so it looks like he's about to be a bit more aggressive, and we'll see if Choigalaxy can keep that third base.
Two base Roach! I don't know if it's all in yet, but it might be. We'll see how many
yeah.
drones Dwarf is about to make to see if it's an all-in properly.
Yeah, because for now he stopped drone production. I mean, he doesn't have another base to saturate, and he's pretty full on the bases. There are only 10 on this natural, but ooh, we have a Nidus.
Oh, this looks like an all-in to me. Oh no, he's making drones. Never mind.
I mean, he still has to saturate his natural, so I assume he will finish saturating the natural and maybe just go for roaches from there. But yeah, it looks like it will be a pretty strong attack. Now, where does he have vision? Ooh, he does have vision in the main base of Choigalaxy that is very far from his creep, so he may not notice that.
Yeah, there's no vision in that area. Yeah, Tyur should be able to get a nice big surprise for Choigalaxy, who doesn't really have any army units. There are 4 Zerglings and 3 Queens to defend. And that's about it. Roaches are on the way, but it's a handful.
Yeah, exactly. He only just got the tech, so he only was able to make a few roaches.
Oh,
the Over does notice the Nidus though, but it's not able to stop it.
Yeah, it doesn't have the firepower. Oh, the Queens are out. The roaches are out, and this is a pretty big force for Choigalaxy to deal with at this point in the game. And all these roaches are coming in one by one for Choigalaxy.
Yeah,
they can be taken out pretty easily by Dwarf.
Yeah, the queens are falling down, the roaches are falling down, and the numbers are on the side of Tyur. There are reinforcements coming from the Nidus as well, and with that, GG is called, and Tyur is taking game number 1.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Very good strat.
Choigalaxy was a little bit too
comfortable,
too greedy there. Not. I mean, they saw that Dwarf was going for some kind of 2-base shenanigans, right? You know, there's something coming. Yeah.
Maybe. To be fair, I don't know.
Just wasn't on it.
I don't know if Choigalaxy saw that there was no third base, that there was just the wall, and in all honesty, like Choigalaxy had very similar wall just like a few seconds later.
I mean, Choigalaxy did have an overload looking up on the third base, on the third bases.
We can hear this.
It's okay, so ley lines is going to be our next map. It's not LE, right?
No, ley lines and ultra love are not LE.
In Central United States, okay.
Also, note for the chat, because Captain Fish is mentioning that we can hear Discord sounds. So here's a note. The latest Discord patch, which was like at the end of May, somehow broke streamer mode, so it no longer automatically enables when you launch OBS. So it affects pretty much everyone. So if you hear Discord noises on any stream, that is why. That is because every streamer now has to manually enable streamer mode, which is quite annoying.
For the first time, I made a hotkey for that.
Oh, that's interesting. I can do that probably. Yeah, that's smart, Steelmold.
I made it next to the hotkey for starting and stopping the stream so that I can.
No, I don't use a hotkey for that. I click.
Yeah, well, see, the problem is some of the games that I'm streaming are like on DOSBox and all kinds of like weird shenanigans. So I sometimes just can't alt tab out of games without things going crazy.
See, okay, hold on. So what I typically do.
I forgot I had that picture. Sorry, I just saw the picture of the puppet, and I keep forgetting that that's my picture.
Yeah, that's who you are.
Me up every time. Okay, what were you saying? Sorry.
Anyway, we are in game number 2. We are now on lane lines, and we look at the top right corner of said map where we have our blue Zerg player from Ukraine. It is Dwarf, also known as Tyur.
And in the southwest corner of the map, all the way from the land of Korea, it is our red Zerg. Give it up for Choigalaxy. Or China.
By the way, another reason why I wanted to feature Choigalaxy is because it turns out that he recently became a tournament organizer as well. I saw that he posted signups for the first tournament. I'm sorry that I don't remember the name exactly, but I can check it actually. Hold on, 1 second. 1 second. I'm sure I can find it somewhere.
Only we had an information fairy here who has the information.
Galaxy Open Cup. I believe that is related to Choigalaxy. But yeah, nice. There has been a new tournament, so like it's nice that there's more tournaments coming up, more community stuff being organized, and yeah, see what comes out of it. Anyway.
Yeah, Discord doing Discord. They haven't patched that in. It's been on for like a week.
Yeah,
this a week. This streamer mode nonsense, and they haven't really fixed it yet.
I tried to look it up online, and there's like one Reddit thread essentially, and everybody's like, exactly. Yeah, nobody knows why this is happening, and we're just waiting for Discord to do something. And also, it may be related to the fact that apparently OBS is now detected as a game.
Yeah, it's not detected as a game, and Discord is trying to stream your OBS program. It's a weird stream inception situation. It's very weird.
It's like,
I don't know why that happened.
I was like, oh, Choigalaxy is making links and Tyur isn't, but hold on. Ooh, this may be actually like we'll see. We'll see if Choigalaxy is only like, you know, being safe. Because this time he is going way more aggressive. He's getting the Roach Warren already, but he is also getting speed. Meanwhile, Tyur skips the speed entirely, and I guess we'll be going straight for the Roaches.
Probably, yeah. He is walling off though. Choigalaxy is not walling off.
I mean, if Choigalaxy is planning to be aggressive, then maybe he doesn't need to wall, you know? He's planning to keep his opponent on his side of the map anyway, so...
Tyur is getting... Is getting the lair before the Roach Warren even.
Yes. He's only now getting it, and he has kind of has a wall. It's not perfect. I'm actually not entirely sure if it reaches this corner at the top, but I think it does.
Let's see if the Zerglings agree. Maybe.
They're a bit scared of the queens, so it's hard to tell. I think it like barely reaches. Yeah. Because the models of the buildings are like more squarish, so I think it like reaches that corner. But yeah, Choigalaxy just making links, making roaches, and just going forward. So we'll see how Tyur this time will defend. How can he defend?
Tyur is going for the tech, and it really hasn't scouted on the other side of the map, so really did not see this coming at all. Let's see if the wall is holding up. One queen will go down. The other one is going to be barricaded outside. You stay outside. We don't want you anymore. You're not going to help us survive. Roaches are on the way for Tyur. Will they make it in time? The wall is just about to fall. Are they going to get surrounded?
Yeah, the roaches get surrounded. The roaches of Choigalaxy are joining in as well, and it looks like the forces of our blue Zerg player are being overpowered. There are more Zerglings on the way. Tyur is still trying to make more roaches of his own, but there's only a few coming, and with that, GG will be called. Choigalaxy ties up this series 1-1.
I would have thought that Roach all-ins are going to be quicker games than Zerglings all-ins.
True.
Then pool first all-ins.
I mean, yeah, we've seen some very quite quick Roach builds lately, haven't we?
Mm-hmm. These are the times we're living in. Back in my days, Zergrass was just Ducklings, and it was fine with us.
Oh, also Light is getting us an update that Choigalaxy did ask us to cast the tournament, but it is actually clashing with another event that we already have on our schedule. That is literally what Light has been mentioning, that like we actually reached the point where we have to turn down events because we just have so much on our schedule, and whenever we don't have anything on schedule, it's just a lot of replay casts. Obviously, if like a live tournament wants to be casted, like we move the replay cast forward, so that's not an issue. But we have a lot of live tournaments that are just clashing with each other at this point. So yeah,
we'll have time for streaming Final Fantasy.
Yeah, but we only do that when we don't cast anything else. In fact, we were actually doing that because of Star Azagora.
When don't you cast anything else? You always cast something.
No. See, that was the requirement of Light, that for this year he wants at least 1 day off. So we have 2 half day offs, so that's 1 day off, right?
Yes. Technically
correct.
Technically correct. The best kind of correct. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen this map before, you know? Tokamak.
Have you? I don't know if you have.
Yeah, I have not. In my head, I'm calling it takoyaki, but
no, you have, because we just had this conversation last time we streamed together. Last time we casted.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am sure, because I remember that we concluded that this is clearly food. In some way.
Well, I have no memory of this interaction. So it didn't happen.
Now you remember, like I don't remember. Like you brought up some kind of food or no. We found out that it's actually like some kind of like science term or something. Look, it's all in the mute swans. You can actually look at mute swans. It's all there.
Right. It's the nuclear reactor thingy.
Yeah. And I thought it was food. So.
Well, there is like a new. If you look south of the main base of Dwarf, you'll see there's like a big nuclear reactor looking thingy.
Yeah. And is it also the one with the Zerglings? I think this is the one with the floating Zergling. Where is it? Where's the floating Zergling? I know it's somewhere.
Oh, the tube.
There it is.
Yeah. Stasis circlings. Yeah, okay, we did see this map.
Okay, anyway. Blue
Okay, my
player
memory's
two.
bad. Sue me. Before I forget. You have to sue me before I forget.
And red Zerg player, Choigalaxy.
You know them, you love them. They're Zerg players and they're cheesy. Enjoy yourself.
I don't know. I don't know if I
Let's
would
see if we
say
actually get a
cheesy.
game out of this.
I wouldn't call either of them cheesy, to be fair. Like they have very fast timings, like very committed. Like maybe even you can call them all-ins, but I wouldn't call them cheesy. Like they're not going like pull first, like rushing to links. It's way more. How do I put this?
It's not cheese. It's butter.
Yes.
It's kind of like cheese, but
So double gas.
it's close to cheese, but not quite cheese.
Double gas layer from Choigalaxy. I think he may go into some fast tech again. He's going for link speed for now, so he's not skipping link speed. And I mean, he didn't do that last time either, so he may be going for a similar strategy.
Maybe ignite us?
But why
Sending
do
those overlords into key positions there.
But why double gas?
Nidus costs a lot of gas.
Not that much, does it? I think you can.
I mean, if
do
you keep having to make it over and over again.
Yeah, but
Yay!
yeah, okay.
Steelmore was right about
enough.
something. I'm not a complete idiot. Look at
Wow,
them,
still actually knew
gathering.
something better than me. There you go. But we'll see if it works.
Look, I do have some level of strategic thinking in me.
I know. It's just that, like, typically, like, I'm the Zerg person, but sure. Like I'm giving credit to you.
You just woke up and you haven't eaten anything, so
I have actually, of course, instant noodles because what else? But yeah, it looks like Tyur does not see this coming, and once again there is an overlord here. This overlord from Tyur may be able to see it. Yeah, it sees the Nidus just barely, so Tyur will have enough time to react, but he doesn't have the units to react.
Yeah, there's no units to react. This is exactly what happened to him to Choigalaxy in the first game.
Oh, that's so ironic, isn't it? That's
Yes,
literally,
it is. It's
literally
very
what happened.
ironic. The revenge of the Nidus.
Yeah, the Zerg is just
getting
running.
into the mineral line. There are queens. Tyur is using the drones to kind of cover for the queens, which is a pretty good idea. You don't want those queens surrounded. No, he sends them away. The queens get surrounded. They all go down.
Yeah, the roaches
The
are
roaches
fighting the
are
queen.
in, but there are a few of them.
Yeah, there are a few of them. They fight the
roaches-
queen, and that's pretty much all they do. The Zerglings are still in the mineral line. More roaches popping out, but they get quickly surrounded. Looks like Choigalaxy may have this game. I mean, 18 drones dead. Even if this attack stops, like Tyur is not getting back
GG's
from that.
goal.
GG's called. Choigalaxy.
Very nicely done. Choigalaxy taking out Tyur.
Yeah, GG. As a reminder, today we have double elimination bracket, so Tyur, of course, is not out of tournament.
Okay, now you call that cheese?
Sure. I would call that cheese.
Is that cheese enough?
Yes, because this was like 1.5 base.
It smells like cheese. It has the consistency of cheese. It tastes like cheese. It melts like cheese.
I mean,
it's cheese.
It's more that like, it was like 1.5 base, so it's like very early, and I feel like that's the thing. Like, what's the definition of cheese? Because some people, especially the more salty ones, will call any aggressive strategy cheese, essentially. But like, I feel like cheese is more like this very, very early strategy that you just risk everything on the opening, and if it doesn't work, you just lose the game.
Yeah. Cheese. Yeah, that's cheese.
Okay.
When you're trying to win by being a surprise sneaky guy, rather than a, you know, competent strategy brain.
Look, cheese
Does that make sense?
has to be pretty competent.
No. I mean, in terms of like macro,
like
strategy.
It's not like full macro, like a lot of bases, a lot of army. It's more like very focused thing.
Also, hello there, YouTube chat. We can see you. You exist.
Yes.
If you say hi, we see you.
Yes, I do have my Restream chat on now, so I can read all 4 chats actually. Yeah, I can read 4 chats now.
I just got Twitch and YouTube.
I have the connected. I have the connected Restream chat, which is Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Kick. So I can read all 4 of those potentially. Don't hold me to it. I may not be able to.
We have Twitch and we have YouTube, and that's what we had when I was young, and this was
the only chat that we don't have on the Restream is TikTok, and I hope they implement that soon, because it would be much easier for us. So I'm sorry
on TikTok?
Yes.
I'm on TikTok right now?
You are. So I'm sorry to TikTok users if we don't respond to your messages, but unfortunately it's very difficult to get your chat going with all the streams we already have on.
You mean I'm a TikToker now?
Yes,
what have you
old
done
man.
to me?
Yes, old man, you're on TikTok.
You've ruined my reputation! I'm not supposed to be there. My purity, my TikTok purity was
now
ruined.
you can say that you are on TikTok.
I'm officially a TikToker.
Yes.
If you pay me $1, I'll be a professional TikToker, and then I'll be really embarrassing.
Oh no. But, speaking of chat, Captain Fish says, Kuro, I have an offer. For every prediction you make without me telling you, you get a subscription. If I have to remind you, you don't get one. That's an interesting one.
Financial incentives. That's where it's at. We have I think a series. Annatar versus Beast might be starting.
We could, unless we want to wait for DizzyDwarf and Prettyfly, because it would be nice to follow. It would be nice to follow Choigalaxy.
Yeah. Okay. Can catch up with chat. And I think that would be a great idea, Captain Fish.
I mean, I don't
want
to.
Financial incentive. The embarrassment of forgetting predictions.
Look,
obviously doesn't work on Kuro.
No, it's not that easy to embarrass. Sorry. But
what's it called? The post-it notes on the screen are obviously not enough.
I have 2 arrows on my screen, unironically. But I also don't like. I don't want to Captain Fish to go broke for the joke. Okay.
Somehow, I don't think that'll happen. I don't think Captain Fish would make that suggestion if it wasn't working in his favor.
Look, do you have that little faith in me?
Yes. Do you want me to do it resounding? Yes.
See who I'm working with? This is my channel. This is how people.
This is how you're treated. Well, this is how you're treating chat. You keep forgetting their predictions. You keep.
Yeah.
You forget about them, they'll forget about you. That is the world of content creation in the early 21st century.
Oh, don't even mention that.
What?
It's terrifying. It's terrifying, the thought of like, oh, you're not streaming for a week. Well, too bad.
You're done. no one will ever watch you again. Welcome to anxiety.
That is why I don't worry about my personal channel. My personal channel, like, I stream Final Fantasy there, and whenever I just have time for anything, it's like, whatever, I get like 2 viewers and I'm happy with it.
Yeah, that's exactly my system as well. I stream to like 3 people at best every day, and that's good enough for me. I mean, that's what I do it. I do it for the interaction with the chat, not It's just a fun thing to do. Otherwise, I just play the video games on my own and enjoy them myself.
Yeah, see, I like sharing content. I like sharing good video games. So for me, it's more that like I want other people to see the game as well, even if they may not be able to play it themselves. Because that's how I experience a lot of games. Like games that I couldn't play for whatever reason, I would watch other people play. So that's kind of my idea of playing. I mean, also from your side, like I would never play Quest for Glory, but now I know what it is.
Yeah, no, that's my retro gaming like niche. And so I like to play these old games because show people things that they've never seen before. Also, shout out to Luis for raiding us.
Yeah, welcome,
Luis viewers. Luis GG.
Yeah, as a quick note, I think it's just GGG.
Triple G.
Yeah, it's a great good game.
Great good game, yes. Or maybe good game gaming.
Maybe.
I love that name so much for a team. It sounds like the name for a parody team that you make in a sketch about esports. This is the team, Good Game Gaming.
Oh, we just got a score.
Hey, look at that. Yeah, DizzyDwarf winning 2-0 versus Pretty Fly, aka Horseradish. And they will be our next game. It's invite to party. That's that. It's going to be. Hold on, where's my a TVZ? A TVZ group. Look at this. Yeah. What a privilege. Terran versus Zerg. We get to cast Terran versus Zerg?
Yeah, it's real.
The Ducklings tournament? Oh. So it's going to be Poland versus Korea.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Okay. First map is going to be Last Fantasy. Speaking of the Final Fantasy, where is it?
That's why we watch StarCraft, because we all suck at it, Captain Fish.
Where's Last? Oh, Last Fantasy is in the 3-player.
Yes. It's marked as 3-player.
West Central West, right?
Yes. Yeah, for those who have not heard of this rule recently, for our weekly tournament it matters more than for the amateur ones. But we started alternating servers, so it's 1 week it's West Central West, and the other week it's Central West Central. So it's a bit more even between the two. Specifically for the EU versus Korea matchup. But yeah, for amateur tournaments it doesn't affect us as much because they are essentially bi-weekly, so they kind of skip the weeks. We'll see how it plays out.
Alright, players are ready. Jeff, double check thing. Let's go. Yeah, Maze Throne saying maybe the S in Luigi is silent. Luigi GG.
Yes, that sounds kind of nice. But yeah, thank you for the raid and welcome to our amateur tournament. Up to 4.7k MMR. So if you are in the range, you may be able to sign up for the next one. as these tournaments will be going for as long as we're able to run them, because they are entirely supported by Patreon. So it's thanks to our patrons then we can run our tournaments. So as long as our patrons want us to run them, we will. Anyway, we are here in our new series. Just let me quickly fix this. We are in a new series here. We are on Last Fantasy LE, and in the bottom left corner we have our blue Terran player from Poland representing the Void. It is DizzyDwarf.
In the north side of the map, all the way from the land of Korea, it is our red Zerg. Give it up for Choigalaxy. Choina. DizzyDwarf is trying to milk Choigalaxy for me.
Yes,
Like, oh,
he really wants that information.
Bro, we could have checked it before the
I mean, you can look
game,
it up.
right?
You can literally look it up.
Look it up. It's-
To be fair, like some people will have like alternate accounts and stuff, so it's a bit more difficult. But yeah, all the players, just for everybody at home watching, every player is being checked by Light before the tournament. Like we require the players to give their battle tags, so we can look up all their accounts no matter what server they are on. So yeah,
Yes,
everybody.
and there's also a minimum amount of games that needs to be
Yes.
played within the season.
Yes, to make sure
And
that
it also,
they're ready.
it also applies to every race a player wants to play, so they have to have those games in each race.
We also recently raised that limit actually, and it's now 100 games per season.
100 games! Yes, that's why Captain Fish can't participate today.
Yes,
because he doesn't have
exactly. He
100
was
games
trying
ladder.
to rush. Okay, but here's the logic behind this. It's essentially the way we did it. We did add the grace period, so like, you know, whenever a new season starts, so you don't start from 100 right off the bat. Basically, we add 10
sense.
games per every week. So if you play 10 games a week, you should be fine.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
Up to 100. And so then it stops at 100.
Yeah, and it's a reasonable amount, I think.
Yeah, consider if you're playing regularly, because obviously if you just play for the tournament, then yeah, playing 100 games for the tournament is a bit rough. But if you play more regularly, it should be fine.
And yeah, no, if it encourages you to play more regularly,
Yeah,
that's also a
the
benefit.
point. That's kind of the point. Like we want these players to play the game, to practice and show us good games.
Alright, Reaper comes in, finds where Choigalaxy is.
Yeah, the first
Nothing too
scout,
crazy.
the first scout from Dizzy went to the other base, but that also gives you information where the opponent is. And ooh, Choigalaxy once again going for Nidus.
Ooh, going for that cheese. Yeah, see, he removes 3 drones from the gas after he gets the Nidus. It's just so they can get the Nidus a little bit quicker.
I see.
And after that, he pulls the drones away. Alright, Steam just starting for DizzyDwarf. A tank is on the way. Some Marines are here, but that's not enough.
I mean,
The Nidus is not in vision.
yeah,
He does not see
it's
it.
just not in vision. I mean, the good part is that the army is like close by. It is in the natural, but I don't think he will be able to react in time.
The Zuglings are not quite focused and the workers are being pulled by DizzyDwarf. I think DizzyDwarf should be okay. Now the tank is out as well. Yeah, this gets completely annihilated.
Yes.
Did it? Oh, I'm going to stay in game for a second. I want to look at the units lost. Okay, so he lost 6 SCVs and 1 Marine for 20 Zerglings and a Queen. So yeah, that was not did not go as well for the Zerg here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like the thing is, like, the tank definitely helped, but I want to commend DizzyDwarf on his control of the units there, because
Yeah.
he did pull the workers, but he actually used the workers to funnel the Zerglings a certain way, and the Marines were able to help with the defense thanks to that, because all the Zerglings were held at bay. I guess that's the phrase.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that was just very, very well executed defense. Like, the queen didn't really matter. The Zerglings were kept more or less in between the buildings in the Sim City. And even though he didn't have many units at the time, he was able to quickly fend it off.
Yeah, very competent defense. We thought it might be catching by a surprise, but
I mean,
you know, I guess he was
catch him
already
by
preparing
surprise.
for some kind. I guess no, but it was already preparing for some other shenanigans.
Mhm.
So it caught him by surprise, but he was sort of, you know, ready for something.
Yeah, like, he was preparing an army regardless, and he didn't move out yet because he was still waiting for his tanks and stuff. So he had the army there. It was more that, like, the strategy itself was not exactly. Actually, unless he saw the gas. Did he saw the gas with the Reaper? He might have, right?
Possibly.
But then wouldn't he also, like, put some more vision in his main if he knew that was coming? Yeah. Either way, very well done by DizzyDwarf, and we will be going now into game number 2, which will be on Pylon.
I love the colors on this map. That purple, black, kind of beige combination, gold, is very nice. All right. You want to do the intro or should I do the intro?
No, do it. Do it. Look.
Okay, we are
Master
on
Chicken.
Pylon. LE. LE, in case you did not know, stands for favorite Pokemon. DizzyDwarf is just being cheeky now.
He just really wants to distract
LE
his
stands
opponent.
for look everywhere. Look everywhere when you're trying to see where your list of LE words wound up. You need to look everywhere in order to find it. In the southeast corner of the map, all the way from the land of Poland, representing Afraid. It is our Blue Terran, DizzyDwarf.
By the way, Choigalaxy did say Pikachu.
Yes, yes, yes. Pika, Pika.
Meanwhile, across the map, we have our Red Zerg player from Korea. It is, of course, Choigalaxy.
Okay, I've never really been into Pokemon a lot. You know, I've never played any of the games and was into any of the series or anything, but isn't Pikachu being your favorite Pokemon kind of like a basic basic answer?
I feel like I feel like Pikachu is more of a thing because of the animated series. I don't know how important it was in games.
Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of like a basic tier choice, right?
Probably, but that's because like he was like a character in the series. Like they gave him a whole story and everything, you know, and movies and everything.
No dialogue
like,
though.
Why do you need dialogue? You don't need dialogue to express things. You knew exactly what he meant. He didn't have to say it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just teasing.
Yeah. Look, some of the best shows can be without dialogue at all. Just saying.
Hey, we remembered predictions. We need a subscription. Where's the subscription?
We remember predictions. Don't worry about it.
Was it Light?
Don't worry about it.
Did Light remember?
Don't worry about it. I said don't worry about it.
I said,
Anyway, we have.
Look, it's worth a subscription for us if we did it right.
DizzyDwarf did deny this third base. The extractor actually had to be finished, so that's a bit of a waste for Choigalaxy, but he was able to secure the third base on the front instead. But again, not the desired outcome for the Zerg.
It's an investment for the future.
Do you think we will get to 4 bases?
You know, you dress for the job you want, not for the job you have,
Okay, I see.
right?
There will be no Nidus this time, as we only have one gas and not much mining on it either. So I think actually this may be a bit more straightforward game here.
Indeed. DizzyDwarf. Yeah, 2 base. Nothing special. It's a typical Terran opening.
Yeah, basically at 1-1.
I didn't check if it was a 2-1, but I think it was a 1-1 plus 1-1.
No, it was 2-1-1. He starts with 2
Oh,
Rex.
okay. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, yeah, that's what he gets. That's why he has all
I
these
noticed
Marines.
he doesn't.
That makes sense.
He doesn't get any Hellions or anything though. Like it's just straight Marines.
It's the only button you need, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you
And
can
to
make
make them
them
and to
to
move
move
them. Yeah. I'm glad we both thought about it.
TVZ without Hellions is indeed a bit of an
This is a
oddity.
bit sad.
They are kind of the... Look at these Ducklings.
Zerglings had a bit of a pathing issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, now this Reaper is actually getting damage done. The drones are starting to fall. The Queens are now joining in to defend as the Zerglings have failed on their job.
This Reaper has 6 skills to his name, and he's still alive.
Most of it is those Zerglings, probably. And now the Marines are here. This third base, of course, is gonna be going down as there is absolutely no defense here. The Natural will be well more protected with the Zerglings and the Queens, but the third is going down.
There it is. Very nicely done by DizzyDwarf, and he's setting up a third base of his own. Well, a third command center at least, to be floated into position when the time is right. And getting more Raxes. There's a Rax explosion for the Terran. Right now with Steam, this group of Marines is enough to keep Choigalaxy on that side of the map.
Indeed it is, and it's
Then
actually
creep.
doing damage. The Zerglings are down, the Queens are going down in half as well, and with that,
Oh no!
GG's
Oh no! That's enough for a GG! And DizzyDwarf will be taking the series 2-0.
Very nice.
Yeah, I don't think ping was a problem for DizzyDwarf, despite
Nah.
the protestations.
No.
Nah.
I mean, it's always less comfortable, but I don't think it's...
I mean, yeah, look, ping is very annoying, but if you play really well, it's normally not that big of a deal.
I mean, once again, I want to bring the example of Christianer. For a while, we had Christianer specifically picking to play on West because he wanted to get used to the ping.
That's, you know, that's how you get good.
Huh?
You know? You play on the hardest difficulty mode.
Pretty much. But I understand that it may be less comfortable to play on the server that's not preferred for particular player. But, you know, we're trying to find the fairest ground we can. Because we have players from all over the world and, you know, ping is an issue for everyone, really.
Yeah. But it's also a very subjective thing.
Yeah, like, okay, here's an example not from StarCraft. I play Final Fantasy on America's server because that's the most even between everyone when we play with different continents. But when I play on EU, it just feels weird because the ping is just too low. And like when I'm doing like something like a jumping puzzle, it's like all wrong because I just used to the timings from the American server. So it
Okay.
like if you're used to something, like then it becomes a problem. So I think we can.
Yeah, I
move
think
to
it's more of a matter of depends of how precise you control your units in terms of like specific actions. It doesn't really change much in timings in terms of like how you position your units. But if you're doing like, you know, Warp Prism, Micro, all kinds of shenanigans, then it becomes a lot more critical because your timing needs to be super precise. And it is annoying for Terran, especially if you're going with Marines, because starter stepping is very powerful. And if you need to time it pretty well, and ping kind of makes it very annoying to do really competently.
Yeah. Understandable. Anyway, I think we can move to EU as we are currently waiting for Beast versus Annatar. By the way, for those who don't know, Annatar is Ziggur, so this is a name change, so it is another of the players we have seen in this tournament before. And it is... Let me quickly double check. It's a PVZ, right? Yeah, PVZ. So it will be either a Protoss or a Zerg.
Yes, we might have another TVZ.
Potentially.
Would you believe it? Potentially.
I will say though that we got a note from Light that both DizzyDwarf and Ziggur are 3-time MSO champions. Oh. Meanwhile, Beast had 2 second places in a row. So all 3 of those are very much the competitors for the title.
I'm looking at this and I'm seeing some names from the last century.
Oh.
Remember Napolkashon?
I remember.
Remember Starduck?
Star who?
Remember Knock Knock? Chocolate?
You mean StarCraft and Survival?
Remember Emin? Remember Sullivan?
Remember XPA?
XPA.
Remember the show
Remember
match
Kerwin?
that never happened?
Nobody remembers Kerwin.
Hey, I remember Kerwin. I mean, we literally admin with him. Kerwin is the main admin for the Uthermal 2v2 tournaments. We are like his assistants, essentially.
Yeah. He's still active on that, but he hasn't played in like years.
I don't know about playing, but yes, he is still actively contributing to Uthermal's channel, so you can meet him there.
Shout out to Kerwin, long-time friend of the CranKy Ducklings and our streams.
Also the #1 memer.
#1 memer. Otherwise known as General Kenobi. With a CAE.
Yes, Kenobi.
Alright, would you like to tell everyone about our Patreon?
Sure, for those of you who have not heard about it yet, this tournament, just like our other amateur tournaments, Ducklings Open, as well as our open weekly tournament, Sparkling Tuna Cup, all 3 of those are funded via Patreon. So we are able to run this thanks to the support of our patrons. So thank you very much to everyone who is already supporting us. And if you feel like you can spare a few dollars, then you can also join the Patreon. We don't have a lot of perks right now, but you can get at least replay packs from the tournaments that we are able to share the replay packs from. So that is potentially an incentive there. Other than that, we have a special channel on our Discord just for the supporters, which also includes Twitch subscribers and YouTube members.
So not super exclusive, but exclusive.
It's for supporters. That's why I'm saying supporters and not specifically patrons, because it's from support from all these different platforms. Because you can choose whichever one you prefer, whichever one is the most convenient to you. But Patreon is the one that's directly supporting the tournaments. Like the entire support from Patreon is going into these tournaments, and thanks to the Patreon, we can run them. That's why these tournaments will be going, and they're not stopping anytime soon.
Going and going and going.
Yeah, like the only times when we're not running the tournaments, it's when we literally cannot, because there's just too much on the schedule. like when there are the big tournaments happening, like we have to move things around and shift the cast a bit, shift the tournaments. So that's when sometimes there's a few less tournaments in a month, but generally if only we are able to, we are running all of these tournaments Again, weekly Sparkling Tuna and the amateur tournaments are technically both monthlies, but because there are 2 of them, it's essentially a bi-weekly for amateur players.
We will be casting those until we are old and gray and all live in one like nursing home.
Still.
And we're just casting StarCraft.
Still, I'm already graying. What do you want?
I'm already gray.
What do you mean when we all end gray? It's already happening. Yeah, it's pretty funny because the other day chat was actually trying to figure out how old I am. That was pretty funny. Yeah, I am one of the esports grandmas.
Can't you tell? She's ancient.
I am ancient.
What the fuck am I?
You're yeah, you're the Eldritch. You're the next level.
Yeah. I wanted to say something and I forgot. That's how old I am.
On brand.
That's how old I am. Oh, right. I was posting. I have a YouTube channel now where I post some of the streams that I do. So I posted some older streams from like years ago, and I posted one playthrough that I had from a game. And like, oh, my beard, it looks weird in that, and I was like, oh, it's not gray. Okay. That's
yeah, I've seen.
Apparently, all that happened in the last few years.
Yes, like I have some gifs of you actually that I made like a few years ago, and you look different.
I need to update my. I have the icon that I have on my, like the Vault Boy steel mold that I have on my channel. I need to repaint it so that the beard is gray. It's like, you know, like black spots under the eyes, you know, like just all the wrinkles. It's like, oh
no.
Maybe give him a cane or something.
Yes. Trying to think, what would be like, what would be the like signature old person in the Fallout universe? Like, do they use canes in Fallout?
I think there is maybe one character. There's one character in a wheelchair, I think.
Yeah, but a wheelchair doesn't have to be related to old directly. I was thinking more like, what is like the one thing that you're like looking, okay, this person is old.
Oh, in Fallout 2, there's like one of the old like mob bosses who has like an oxygen tank.
Oh, that's a different.
And you're like, can't breathe. Oh, I'm not only you. Thanks, Light, for reminding me.
I mean, we still waiting for Beast then.
Yeah, but it's like it's just Taki realizes, oh, he forgot.
Well, it is spreading information about me in the chat, huh? It's definitely not public.
Huh? 32 years old, born August 8, 1992? No.
That is correct.
You're not that young.
That is correct. I am from
I was born in 1982.
Yeah, I know. Like, there's 10 years between us. It's pretty funny.
Awful. It's awful. It's terrible.
I still don't remember. You're not the oldest of the clan, right? I think we have one person that's older, right? Or
I think Princess is like 1 month older than I am, or something like that.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, Princess and I are of the same era.
But yeah, Simo, do you want to feel older?
Both eldritch creatures.
Do you want to feel older?
What?
Do you know how old Iba is?
How old is Iba?
I have to look it up. Hold on. I don't want to say it.
I know he's very young, so it's not that much of a surprise.
Yeah, but he's a player. Like, we reached the point where the players are. Oh, he's 16. There you go. He was born 2009, a year before StarCraft 2 came out.
Oh, whoa, we are about to have players who are
Yes, we already have.
younger than the game.
We already have players
Okay,
that
now
are younger
God.
than the game.
Like professional players. I mean,
Well, they can't be professional because you need to be 16 at least to participate in tournaments, in most of them anyway. But we do have some young players in the scene. So
well,
yes,
you
yes,
know,
we're
it
going
happens.
into that territory where the players may be younger than the game.
That's cool. I mean, we already had that with the first StarCraft, so
Yeah, that is true.
no, True is not younger than the game.
No, True is my age actually.
True.
I always find it very funny because I would actually call him like older brother because of the Korean, tradition. I would call him older brother even though there's like 4 months between us. I just found it funny.
Well, that's how they do it, right?
I
Like
know,
if you're a
but
day
to me
older
it was
than
funny.
someone, you're like you have seniority. It's like it's weird. Captain Fish, we know you are a baby. It's fine. We're not afraid of
Yeah.
it.
I don't remember. I think he mentioned it one time, but I know that he's much younger.
You're in
But
the
old
17,
enough,
18,
but old
maybe
enough,
19.
but old enough to have a
area.
job though. So
You know. Back in my days, we used to go to work and we didn't. Yes, the Arroyo chief. With the white eyes, the enclave president with bags under it. Yeah, they're very old people in Fallout. Oh, Tandy. Tandy is very old. Yeah, the president of the NCR. Jeez, I talk like this. Yep.
okay.
But there's no distinctive like thing that makes someone old in the Fallout universe other than the fact that you are old.
Oh yeah, Gigi Machine is 15. That's true. So he's as old as the game. And we confirmed that he is 15. I think he's about to be 16. I think his like birthday is coming up because that was a thing in the EWC qualifiers where he got disqualified because he's not old enough to play. Because I think he assumed that like it counts like at when the tournament is happening, because I believe like his birthday is like right before EWC or something, but apparently no, you have to be that age to qualifiers. Let me double check. Yeah, his birthday is July 18th, so I guess he assumed that it will qualify, but no, you have to be 16 when you participate in qualifiers.
June, July sounds the same.
It was so close.
I remember Raynor also having that
Yes.
frustration when he was trying to get into WCS. And
Yeah.
he was like competitive on that level, but he couldn't get in because of the age.
Yeah, because that was our first like, young player part where it was both Raynor and Clem, I remember. They're around the same age. But Raynor was more I would argue higher level at that point. Like he was already like a very
Yeah, it was more
qualified.
he had more qualifications at the time.
And he was playing in like gym hacks and stuff and like getting good results. He was on my sanity when he was like 12 or something. He was already on a team. And the thing is,
he's kind of a good player.
Yeah, and like he had a lot of support from like his family and stuff. Like he I know his father would be like going with him to the tournament. So like it was something that his family supported, but he couldn't play because he wasn't 16. There were like 2 years when everybody knew that Raynor is really good, but he just couldn't play.
And those were the years of
I don't know. I don't know. Don't.
Serral. Those were the years of Serral, just before Raynor came in and started taking him out. Yes.
I think it was like the tail end of that. Like when it was like the last
because
year,
as soon as Raynor joined in, because he practiced with Raynor.
Okay.
Sarah and Raynor practiced together, so Raynor was in the best position to take him out.
Mm-hmm.
And would take him out of like prestigious tournaments.
Oh, there you go. Captain Fish is 19.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the world, young'un.
Baby.
Baby. Babies. Babies.
Oh my god.
Sorry, no, I'm not going to start. I'm not going to start
No,
talking like
please.
that to players.
I hate.
That would be too much. It's funny, but it's too much. Yeah.
I've
but,
never done
well,
that, actually.
I remember who posted it. I think Raynor's father posted something sometime after In Control passed away.
No,
That he sent In Control like a letter asking him, can you do something? Like Raynor is so frustrated, he can't participate, he's so depressed, and Jeff kind of sent back, you're really good and you're going to be good in 2 years, so like take your time and
nice.
use this time to get better. And it was very like wholesome reply, very inspiring.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't have a link to it, so I don't link to it, but it was a very good thing. You can look it up. It's a very inspiring read. Makes
But
me
I
miss some
can definitely
inspiring characters in
understand.
the scene.
I can definitely understand being frustrated because I mean, like, it's such a, how do I put it? Like, it's hard to stay motivated when you cannot really test your skills, and like in a year, there's no telling if you will still have these skills. Like maybe this is your peak condition, and it will only be worse from there.
It's also I don't know if you remember, but at that age, a year or two sounds
True.
like eternity.
True.
It
time is
feels
very
like eternity.
different.
It's just like when you get old, those years just start start passing. You're like, what the fuck happened?
Oh yeah,
I've
no,
like
definitely.
periods of time when I was like, oh, that was 3 years ago. All right. That I remember things that I kind of wanted to do and kind of forgot about, and then remembered. I was like, oh, that was 4 years ago. That is longer than I was in university.
No, see what happens is like,
And you're like,
I go to my YouTube channel. It's like, oh, I guess I haven't uploaded a video in a while, and it's like last video 2023. Like, oh, okay.
yeah, yeah. Remember, I just started uploading things to YouTube. I started that YouTube account in 2020.
Yeah.
It took me 5 years to start using that stupid account. Welcome to the Old People Podcast.
This is an impromptu podcast
you-
because
you-
I could have gone
the
to the break,
StarCraft
but I just
podcast.
didn't. We're just here.
We could have casted like 2 of the lower bracket games by now, but that's fine. I prefer to catch up and talk than to just maybe miss out on an opportunity. Beast and Annatar are currently sideways 1-1, so it shouldn't be too long before we get our semifinals on. Can we please go back to calling me the favorite? I prefer that over Baby Dog. Yes, I thought you would, Captain Fish. Not so annoyed about the favorite thing now, are we? Yes, and Captain Fish walks in kindergarten with children. Who allows StarCraft players next to children?
Hey, they're
Terrans!
good. Look, they're
Terrans! Who allows Terrans next to
Listen.
children?
Listen, he's good at microing, okay? You have to micro when you have like a whole group of children.
It's good at dealing with Zerglings.
Yeah, exactly. Those guys,
He randoms them in. He builds a wall.
you have like to have a good sim
Like the
city
first
so
thing-
they go in the right direction.
He just goes into kindergarten in the morning and starts to herd everything, like put all the little like wooden blocks, and like builds fortresses and walls and funnels all the children.
Yeah.
Like this is what playing Terran has taught me about life.
Look, you're
This is how you
laughing,
deal
but
with
I mean,
problems.
it's not easy to manage an entire group of chaos.
And they also spread creep all over the place. It's basically BBC is like kindergarten.
Oh no. Just don't do Steam, okay? No Steam in kindergarten.
Yeah, no, it's inappropriate. Although if you have like a whole bunch of children with ADHD, you might need to keep up.
Does coffee count as Steam? I guess.
Yes.
They're like a lighter version.
How did we end up in this conversation?
We've been sitting here for like solid 10 minutes. That's what happens.
We've evolved into retirement.
Welcome to the StarCraft retirement home.
With the StarCraft retirement podcast. I'm your host, still.
What?
Still like the metal. More like the thing you put the metal in so that it retains its shape when it cools down. With me, of course, I'm still mold, still like the metal. More like the thing you put the metal in so that it retains its shape when it cools down.
Huh?
Hello?
Hello? Hello, Grandpa?
Hello?
Grandpa, you okay?
What?
What?
You want some Virtus original?
There's a comment in the chat. Are you waiting for a match to start? I thought you just forgot what you were streaming about.
So it sometimes happens. Remember the outro cast? The outro podcast?
Yeah, for those who don't know the origin of the podcast, the reason why podcast has become a thing in the first place was because this one time, I think we were casting a Team League tournament. I don't remember, but like we had a bunch of people.
Yeah,
like,
I think it was.
Like jump in and out, like basically like the people who were playing in the match would like jump in for another series and like comment are they on their series or like comment the next one, whatever. So like we had people jumping in and out, and then at the very end, like everybody joined the channel, and it was just chaos for the next half hour.
And instead of doing an outro and finishing the cast, we just kept on talking.
Yeah, I tried so many times, and they just wouldn't stop.
And look what happens now. Now you're stuck with a podcast.
Yeah, now we have a podcast. Oh no.
Yeah, link flood. Yes.
1-2-year-olds. I don't know if I would be capable of managing a group of 2-year-olds. Like my threshold is like 3-year-olds. Like a group of 3-year-olds I can manage, but below that that's rough.
I think they don't have any wings.
Yeah.
They can fly around, jump over cliffs.
They could be raptorlings.
Yes, they can jump over cliffs. Some 2-year-olds are like that. They have like the climbing instinct, and they just start climbing on everything. Oh, no. It's terrifying. And one of my nieces had that, and she just climbed on everything, and it was you look away for a second, you look back, and she's like on a wall somewhere, and I go, ah!
Okay, what is worse, a kid who climbs everything, or a kid who just tries to eat everything?
Oh, they all try it and eat everything. It's like
a
period that happens. You just like grab and put it in your mouth.
Yep.
See what happens. YOLO! You only live once.
Yeah, it is a little YOLO.
It's like doing a retirement speed run. It's just eating crap on the ground.
I don't think I was a climber. I was not particularly good at physical activities.
I imagine you was like you would just plop down in the corner and you just sat there quietly playing with like an empty box of something.
No, I was a little bit of a gremlin, just a little bit. I mean, like my parents, specifically my mom, always tells me the story. Where like one time we were like somewhere on vacation. I was like barely walking, so around that age, and she like packed the bags already. Everything was prepared, and like she left the room and left me with my dad. And I would just come up to the bag and start just pulling stuff out of the bag and just throwing it around. And my dad just thought it was so funny that he didn't stop me.
I mean, yeah, it is a bit of a comedy sketch.
Apparently, I found my hat, I put it on my head, just like plopped it on my head, and just kept going. So yeah,
That's cute.
that was a bit of a gremlin.
That's pretty cute. Ah, gremlins. What are they doing in there? Beast, Annatar.
I mean, they're in game 3.
It's a PVZ. Get over it.
Oh, PVZs can last a long time. I mean, we just had, like, in Dallas alone, we had some 40-minute PVZs. So, yeah. We could be here for a while. Depending on...
I remember when PVZ was fast, because the Zerg would just win and on the porters would complain, and the game was over.
See, Captain Fish agrees. Kids who eat everything are worse. Because you
Yeah,
just
no,
have to
it's
constantly
very-
look at their hands.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad they don't have kids. It sounds like a lot. Every time I
I
look at it,
have
it's like,
some
oh.
experience helping with like sport classes for kids, so I have that kind of experience. And my way of
I have
dealing with 3-year-olds is just as long as they're not causing trouble, they're fine. So they would just follow me around and do whatever.
I have 8 nieces and nephews, and they are all in their late teens at the moment. So they're finally starting to be dealable with.
Sure, sure, sure.
Remember my nephew who once
Yeah, we
sat
talked about it.
behind me doing a cast and went, yay, yay.
Yes.
Well, he's buff now.
Yeah.
He's been working out. He's getting ripped. He bit me in arm wrestling. He's getting super strong.
Yeah. Indeed. Like I've also
Happens,
seen
kids.
a lot of kids grow up in the past few years, so yeah. It is a thing.
Crutches all day in kindergarten. 12 pull all in.
I don't have much.
I mean, no, you don't
memory of
really play
kindergarten.
cheese all that much. Do you?
Sure. No, yeah, no, I don't cheese. What do you mean? I've never cheesed. Why would I?
Never. 2-base roach all in? Nah.
No, I'm not. I'm more of a. How do I put this? When I play proper macro, I play roach. When I cheese, it's all links all day. I love my link floods. Not 12 pull necessarily, but I love like the 1.5 base link flood. That's just chef's kiss.
To be fair, the Zerglings with the wings, the speed Zerglings, like a swarm of them, is one of the prettiest things in StarCraft.
Yeah, but it's not even that
They
like
just swarm.
it's just this kind of like adrenaline that you get when you just command the link flood to go forward, and then you find a way to go through the wall of the opponent. It just I don't know. I just really enjoy that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to my every opponent on ladder. I enjoy link flooding.
She has the killer instinct. Oh, there, the series is finished. Beast wins 2-1 against Annatar, aka Zigor. And we have a PVT ahead of us.
We don't have beast.
Do you wanna start Euro party?
We don't have beast in the channel, so we'll have to look for it.
Yeah, I don't see anybody on EU. Alright, there they are. Alright, Beast is asking for a minute, which is fine. We just finished a long-ass series. But we have Choigalaxy waiting in the lower bracket to Annatar versus Tyur. Should hopefully by the time we finish this series, the semi-final series, we'll have our lower bracket fight. Torches. I don't remember torches. Did I see the map torches?
I don't remember if we casted on.
I think we have. Why are my map list is only showing ESL maps? What's going on?
Are you sure you don't have like bookmarks on or something?
Yeah, I think the bookmarks are Blizzard maps. There we go. No, ladder maps. I need ladder maps. Right?
Yes, you need ladder maps, but also I'm the lobby host.
Yeah, I just wanted to see the map, and it's not even
Okay,
showing up. Good thing you're the lobby host, because I would not have found the map.
No,
Next Sunday is my 1-year anniversary of participating in CranKy Ducklings tournaments. Yeah,
Nice.
good on you, Captain Fish.
It's been
You're
a
a
year.
veteran now.
So it's one of those things. I'm like, Captain Fish only just started playing, right? It's like very recent.
Well, to be fair, in the last year, we casted like maybe 4 tournaments. So
I mean, I did a bit more.
I'm exaggerating, but yeah, since we moved to the rotating.
Yeah, like the thing is that,
and so on
that
SDO.
because the amateur tournaments are like monthly, so you feel like, oh, it's only be a few of them, but it's been like half a year.
Yeah, and also we have like
Also,
a
you're
hiatus
not in
before
lobby.
that. I'm
get
trying. It says entering lobby.
Oh, you may have to relog.
All right, I can't even. All right, I'll exit the game and I'll return. I shall restart, like we used to do back in my day. That fixed everything.
Yeah, no, it still fixes most things.
Captain Fish is complaining that we're going to start talking about StarCraft again.
No.
Casting games and stuff.
What is this show in my commercials?
I want my jingles. Let me in, party. Input limit reached. Please wait to perform more actions. What?
You're too fast, Silmar.
I'm too fast for the game. Can't keep up with me, son. I want my unofficial podcast.
The unofficial podcast was really just rambling for half an hour.
No, this is the Puddlecast.
Paddlecast, yeah! No, actually, I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this map.
Okay.
I definitely haven't seen this background.
Yeah, the background is
like
very original. Actually, I'm gonna switch the scene so you can.
Alarak type.
Okay,
What's the name of the Alarak faction?
Tal'Darim?
The Tal'Darim? Yeah.
All of that. Welcome. We are back to casting Master Swan Open number 92, our monthly amateur tournaments up to 4.7k MMR, so around the Masters 2 level. And we are now on Torches. We are, as a reminder, in the upper bracket finals. This is a double elimination bracket, and first we are looking at our blue Protoss player in the bottom right corner. It is from Austria and from clan Devoid. It is Beast.
And in the northeast corner of the map, all the way from the land of Poland, are Red Terran, also from clan Devoid. It is Vert, otherwise known as DizzyDwarf.
And we have a TVP.
TVP! Yeah, I'm gonna take a look around the map. Well, there are a lot of torches on this map.
I mean, yeah, as the name suggests.
Oh, and it has those big crypto thingies.
Yes, it does. I hate them with passion.
They are destructible, right?
Yes, they are destructible, and they are dying on their own as well.
Should be mandatory to destroy them.
Just mandatory destroy all of these.
Yeah.
And then we had a bit of a
800 plus APM.
For joining lobby. I mean, look, you have to be fast. You have to be fast with the lobbies.
You have to be faster than the game.
So shout out to Beast for having a trophy. For those who don't know, those are the trophies for the automatic tournaments in StarCraft, in the client.
Which are very weird.
Look, it was a good idea, it didn't exactly work out. That's what I would
The
say.
implementation was not
I don't know if
best.
it's implementation or just, like... Yeah, no, implementation has some issues, no, you're right. The implementation has some issues, but like the biggest issue is really that it's very dependent on participation, and like not a lot of people actually do nowadays. Not because it like lost popularity, like I don't think it ever like really got off the ground, unfortunately.
I don't think most people even know that it exists.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like I don't think it ever like really got popularity. Boring, I'm on my podcast. Look, we'll save that for the personal streams, okay?
Hey, we haven't even talked about the game yet. Stop complaining.
True, we only talked around the game.
This is still the Puddlecast going.
Double Reaper. Interesting there. That doesn't strike me as a TVP build, but there it is. I guess no, Double Reaper with a Hellion makes sense, because then you get through the wall. Yeah, it makes sense.
Also on this map, you got a lot of cliffs in that middle area there that you can escape to. Also, it's Triple Reaper. Which is nice, because that got much better at sniping these Protoss units than like 1 or 2 Reapers.
I mean, you have 2 Hellions,
but it definitely is a TVZ build.
TVZ in TVT as well. Like TVT, you will see this, but like I feel like not so much versus Protoss as we can see that DizzyDwarf is trying to get into this base, but it's not quite working out for him.
I mean, these are, of all the Terran units, the Hellion and the Reaper are the ones that do the least amount of damage to Protoss units. Yeah. So, especially even in the early game unit, the Protoss units are just too tough for them.
I will say that
they're good against probes, but the others, nah.
Like I would say that's the thing. Like that is a strategy. As this move out from Beast will actually deal with this. But there is this strategy where people will send a few Reapers and a Hellion, and like the Reaper essentially bounces whatever unit is in the wall, and like then the Hellions get into the mineral line. But that was not quite this situation here.
Well, this is more just to see what the Protoss is coming up with and keep them on the other side of the map until you get your tanks and your Cyclones. Hey, there's a hole in the wall.
Ooh, nice hallucinated stalkers in this army to make it look bigger. Maybe tank some shots.
Cyclone was. DizzyDwarf was trying to go the but had to drop it here for the defense. So that's a bit of a messed up plan there.
One of the hallucinations.
It's shooting the hallucination!
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the point of hallucination, is to tank some shots from the Terran army. But yeah, it looks like DizzyDwarf does have enough to defend here, and Beast has to go back home. In fact, does Beast have enough to defend?
I don't think DizzyDwarf has enough to attack, so it's not going to be that big of a problem right now. Beast is, in the meantime, finishing up that third base. DizzyDwarf starting a command center on the high ground. So both of them are kind of over this early game shenanigan and will go on into the mid game. Beast moving out across the map, but now there is a tank. They have 2 tanks to defend here. This really shouldn't be doing anything.
Yeah, I mean...
Even with Blink.
Yeah, Blink is finished, so that is potentially a thing, but yeah, with 2 tanks, I don't think there really is a way in.
There is a drop by DizzyDwarf sneaking towards the main beast of base of Beast. Well, there's not much to defend, not much to back up the tanks, and the Stalkers jump. They get one of the tanks. They're starting to target the SCVs, but they do get pulled back away. So, yeah, and there's the recall to deal with the Cyclone and 4 Marines. Oh, they do manage to get the Medivac, so that's a great catch, but it puts an end to the attack.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a bit of a give and take. Like, on one hand, it was really nice for Beast because he did catch that Medivac together with all of the units, but that also, as you said, that means that the harassment is no longer happening. In the end, he took 1 tank and a few SCVs. How many? Like, there 2 SCVs died,
2.
so like, not really a huge amount of damage there from Beast, unfortunately.
But so far, pretty good trades for the Protoss if you look at the units lost tab. It's a pretty good. Oh, it got a Liberator at some point.
We didn't even see the Liberator. Oh no.
Alright, this is threatening the third base of DizzyDwarf. Gonna catch some of these mules, but yeah, no, they have to back away.
Still trying.
One of my favorite sounds in StarCraft is the siege tank.
There's some adventures rather there as well.
Wow.
Yeah, no, they have
It's such an
sounds.
overkill sound. It's such a percussive sound. I love it. Especially if it has like some comedic timing.
Like a tank
fantastic.
shooting 1 Zergling.
Yeah. And the Zergling gets yeeted away.
Yes.
It's so funny. Just thinking about it makes me laugh.
Yeah, now we have charge on the way. We have the first Colossus already out, and now this army is getting much stronger. So we'll see how it deals with the Terran stuff. We have 2 tanks here, 2 siege at the ram, and a bit of a bio as well. Viking production is starting, so those will be there to deal with those Colossus. Also, we have the observer snipe there, so we'll see how it goes. I mean, for now, it looks like Beast just expands.
This is going up to 4 bases, which is a very good place for the Protoss to be, and a terrifying place for the Terran to be against. So it's up to DizzyDwarf to try and punish that. Catches this charge lot run by here. Actually, it's not, they don't even have charge yet. Ooh.
Yeah, charge is not
isn't
finished. It's still on the way, and yeah, these cells will be a bit wasted, and charge is about to finish, but will be not here for this fight, as Beast has to defend from this attack.
There's only 1 Colossus, there's an Immortal. Ooh, there's a charge bike coming in from the side. It has some shield batteries to protect it. Beast is trying to outmaneuver this, outflank this army, and manages to work. The charge lots get to the tanks. The Marines and the Marauders back away. They're not quite dead yet, though. Another wave of charge lots comes in, and this Terran army gets completely cleaned up.
Yes, indeed. The charge only finished towards the very end of the fight, but just the sheer number of Zealots was able to overpower the Terran army, and as the bio was moving back, the tanks were left uncovered, and yeah, with that, Beast is able to hold, and he will continue on his 4 bases.
And now charge is finished. There's +1 ground weapons for the Protoss, thermal lances, Colossi, 2 more Colossi are party. So this is starting to be a very, very frightening Protoss army. And Terran getting more marauders, more marines, 1-1 finish. It's kind of a little bit lagging behind, but it should be okay. It's not super behind. I'm surprised that did he have any Vikings in that army?
He did, but only a few. I think there's
He lost
just not
one,
enough.
so I'm guessing
Yeah.
there's only one here. It does not have very frightening.
It's just
3 Colossi is like basically like endless storm.
You know. I mean, I don't
Like
know
area
if
of effect
Colossi
that
is as
keeps
good
on
as
firing.
Storm in for that, but yeah. Like
Yeah, but
the
it doesn't
Vikings.
run out.
The Vikings cannot really contest the Colossus right now. The Liberators can maybe help, but they're not particularly good at that. Also, Stick, you are cutting out a little bit, just so you know.
That's my Discord for you.
You have to maybe check the sensitivity or something. We have some zealots coming into this gold base. As this gold base is actually open, there is this passage here, and the zealots are able to go right into the SCV line.
That's painful. And now the main Protoss army comes in. There's really nothing to defend. DizzyDwarf is coming in from side with a flank, but there's only a handful of Vikings. They managed to kill some of these Colossi.
All of them.
The Colossi were in range of the bio. Still, this is doing way too much damage. Also, there's still enough Protoss here to mop this up.
Yeah, 19 SCVs go down, and even though the Colossus did die, that was not enough. Beast will be taking game number 1.
Very nicely done.
So it was a very...
Is my connection stuttering because of Discord, or is it just shutting up?
Hold on. Let me change server. Let's start there. What is a good server for you? I guess let's just go.
There we go. That looks better. Now it's 65 milliseconds instead of 300. Yeah, this is saying 3 minutes no charge.
Yeah, the charge was a bit late. It is true.
Yeah.
But I mean, he still gets the game, and I would say like it was a really nice catch for DizzyDwarf to catch those Colossus, because he just focused in like a lot of pro players do that, pro Terran players will do that, where like they just focus the Colossus with the bio, but in the end, like it was just not enough to defeat the rest of the army, because sure the Colossus were down, but you know there was still everybody else.
And there were still more disruptors there, so there was still more AoE for that Protoss army to deal with, and yeah, chargeless. They're just deceptively good. You think to yourself, nah, it's a tier 1 unit, but no, it's a very powerful tier 1 unit.
Chargers are pretty good.
And you get a lot of them. So it's good that we remembered predictions this game, because now we can get another subscription from Captain Fish.
Don't embarrass me.
Anyway, we are on ley lines. We're in the southwest corner of the map, all the way from the land of Poland, aka Vert. It is our red Terran DizzyDwarf, playing for the Void.
And across the map we have his opponent from Austria. It is the blue Protoss player, also representing Clan Void. It is Beast. Wait, am I even saying like...
What?
No, I am saying that. I'm like, did I just confuse Beast with Sugarcoat? But no. He is from Austria. Because we have one player from Austria and one player from Latvia.
And those are very confusing.
I mean, they both have white and red flags.
I like that you're not confusing Austria with Australia. It's
No.
confusing. Not the typical confusion. You have your own little list of confusions
Yeah, of
based on the
course.
color of the flag. And you guys are confusing them with Singapore.
No, because they have 3 lines. Singapore has 2 lines.
Ah, okay. What about Poland?
Poland also has 2.
That's like Singapore.
Yeah, but Singapore also has a thingy on it. And Poland doesn't.
It's also not exactly the same type of red.
Yeah, but that depends on screen. So that's exactly my point. That, like both Austria and Latvia are like red, white, red, but like it's different shade. I think Latvia is like much darker.
Yeah, I get confused with nations a lot. Especially if the name is usually what gets me.
No,
If the name is go like Lithuania and Latvia, it's impossible for me to differentiate.
I mean, for Europe, I'm good. For most of like the sea, I think that depends. But like the Europe, obviously, I have to know because being from Europe, like we learned that a lot. For other countries, less so. But I think I would be able to tell most flags and names. Africa, no. I have no idea about African countries. I will admit that. Like, if you ask me to place it on a map, I can place like maybe 3. Like I know that they exist.
The easy ones. You have
I
the
don't-
one on at the tip, which is easy. You have the one in the island in the side, which is easy.
Oh, that makes it like maybe 4. But yeah, like I could tell you the names maybe, but like not where they are exactly. I'm not good at that.
Look, it's a big continent. It's a lot of countries to remember.
It is.
I have with Europe. I also have trouble remembering because a lot of European countries kind of have the same shape. Like they're not
Sure?
super distinctive.
I don't know.
I mean,
to me they are.
Italy is easy to differentiate, but Poland, Germany, France, and Spain
so
are all just like
Okay,
blobs.
okay, France and
They're just
Spain,
like-
I will agree. France and Spain are quite similar. But you can still tell mostly because of Portugal. Because Portugal just like cuts into Spain.
Well, Portugal is easy because you can see, you know where it is, because that's the one of the tip.
But yeah, like France maybe. Germany is very different. Germany is like very vertical. And Poland is more like squarish.
It's more of a matter of like remembering which one is like west or east or north or south of which one.
See, I don't have
Like,
problem with that. being
is
from Poland.
like where's Belgium? If you, just out of memory, can you remember?
Belgium is next
it's
to Netherlands and France.
Yeah, but on which side of which
Between
is
them.
it?
It's between
Okay,
Netherlands and France. Because it was like the limitation zone between Netherlands and France. And they also speak both languages. Half the country speaks French, half the country speaks Dutch. I happen to have friends in Belgium, so I know.
Alright, this time we caught the Liberator. It does manage to sneak in here, gets a couple of probes, but goes down to the well-prepared Stalkers by Beast. This time Beast not forgetting charge.
Yes, charge is already on the way. Oh yeah, we have a game, right? Ooh, we have a blink. Nice little snipe there on the building command center. It's just barely not finished.
Yeah, it's gonna get delayed. I don't know if DizzyDwarf... It doesn't have enough. I think
Yeah.
between the Marauder and the Marines, no steam yet though, so that's a bit dangerous.
But I mean, still five SCVs down and the command center slightly delayed was a nice little catch there for Beast. Of course, not like dramatically changing the game, but little advantages can add up.
That's a pretty big advantage, especially since the Liberator kind of failed
True.
get its value. Oh, we got Templar Archives on the way. That's a pretty quick one. Go straight to Storm. Storm drops. No, there's no robots. No robotics
No,
bay.
no.
I wanted it. Oh, there is a robotics bay. But
It's not gonna be so.
but it's not making. I want my stop train.
It's not. No, it's not. So. It's not happening.
Oh no, we've angered the Europeans in chat.
Like I said, they're the most similar out of the ones that still get mentioned.
Right.
Are you saying that France and Germany are more similar, Captain Fish?
But kind of in the same area. The kind of blobby federal governments that blob everyone around, kind of, right?
What do you think of our border, our Polish border that goes like through the mountains? So it's like all messed up over there.
I mean, there's a lot of countries that are like that. That's like Switzerland and Italy are like that, right? And Austria, they've got like those alpine borders that go all over the place. Anyway, this game is a lot less active than the previous one. I've noticed.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like mostly it's DizzyDwarf taking a bit more. I don't want to say defensive, but I guess so. Like he has a less active stance. Like because last time he would be like starting with the Reapers and Hellions with the drop.
Yeah.
Like he would constantly be putting pressure, but this time he like sent the Liberator, and that was pretty much it in terms of aggression. It was mostly from Beast jumping in.
And Adept is mesmerized by the big blue laser.
Yes, I understand.
Just standing there, just watching the view.
If you turn the camera,
stop.
it's gone. It's
What?
so funny.
What is what? Group, you can control the laser.
Yes, I'm in control now.
Beast is setting up a multi-prong here. Multi-prong attack. He's going to pull the main army of DizzyDwarf here to the third base while sneaking into the natural with some charge lots. Coming in just at the back. They do run into some Widow Mines, but it's enough to split the bio units of DizzyDwarf. Is enough to do damage. The Vikings land down. Oof, another big storm here.
Some of the CVs as well, and now it hits the bio. Unfortunately, the EMP also lands as well, so this will be a difficult fight for both players. The Terran army is dwindling, but the Protoss is also has to be careful because the reinforcements are coming.
The reinforcements are coming, and it's wave after wave of charge lots, who, as we've discussed, are a lot stronger than they seem. They do have +1 weapons and charge. I don't see. Do we have any storms left? Don't have enough. You have an energy for one storm at the moment. And it does get pushed away. Maybe Beast. I think Beast 2 could have continued the pressure here and won, but maybe he wasn't as confident.
Yeah, I mean, this was a very close fight. Like it was possible that like Beast could overextend and maybe lose all of his units, maybe to a Widow Mine, maybe like something else. So I feel like he just decided to not risk it, just be safer and take advantage in other ways.
I mean, it traded really well. If you look at the units lost tab, it mostly just used lost charge lots.
Yeah, that was a pretty solid fight there overall. Like I definitely like the idea of the ambush from both sides with the charge lots coming from the back. That definitely very much helped with that engagement to just split the attention of the Terran.
And Beast using this time to get fleet beacon and more stargates.
Ooh.
And we are going to go into air toss. Carriers?
I guess so. I mean, I'm not really sure what the Warpers goes down.
Yeah, that's pretty painful. These charge rods still doing some damage, but they will be cleaned up and they won't have reinforcements or any way to retreat. So they're mostly just annoying at this point.
Yeah, that's basically it. That's like drawing the attention. And I was gonna say Tempest, but like I didn't believe it because I mean, yeah, what would be the target
Yeah,
for the Tempest? I guess the Liberators. Yeah, I guess you could deal with
could
Liberators with the
be.
Tempest.
But I don't know. Against the Bioterran, this is
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the best choice because sure they have range, but they don't do as much damage to small units.
Yeah, that was
Especially small units that can charge under them and
yeah.
absolutely destroy them.
That was exactly my line of thinking. Where I was like, yeah, carriers. I don't know how well carriers do in PvT, but also like Tempest, like they don't really have a good target here with this being mostly bio army. But yeah, I guess Beast will show us what he wants to do with this.
And I think DizzyDwarf is hitting at a time where it's not the best for Beast, I think. But the position might be best for Beast, as he's managing to sort of sandwich DizzyDwarf here between all of these Protoss units. But the Bio is trying to break through right in through the main Protoss army. The Liberators are doing a lot of damage, zoning these out. There's enough Terran left here that I think the push can even continue.
I definitely agree that it can, and I think the Tempest were supposed to focus the Liberators, but they were a bit distracted. They were attacking the Bio army, they were attacking the Vikings, and in the end, I don't think they really fulfilled their task, their purpose there.
Well, Beast is switching to carriers though, so gonna have something a little bit extra. But I don't know. DizzyDwarf is getting 3-3. But it doesn't have a lot of Marines, so there's very little anti-air. I mean, if you have a lot of Marines, they could basically destroy the interceptors, and the carriers are practically meaningless. But there's not a lot of anti-air with this Terran army. Just a lot of Marauders. So anything on the ground is in danger, but in the air, I don't know. It's just the Vikings. And there's not a lot of them.
Vikings, potential Liberators maybe.
Liberators anti-air is... Nah, I might.
I mean, it exists. But regardless, this Nexus will be going down, so Beast is back to 3 bases, but he does have a new one right on the front that's already saturated, so I guess technically still 4.
Oh, they're gonna go for the wheel lines. And choop choop. Nice. Good damage. Taking out both of the... No, actually one of the Tempests. There are some Colossi here. Thermalance isn't even finished though. Disruptors are being added to the mix. And more carriers. This is a very mixed Protoss army. It's very... there's a lot here. I don't know if it's the best situation though.
Yeah,
Terran army is much more simplistic.
yeah, but the Terran army also doesn't have all that much. It looks like the numbers are starting to go towards the Protoss, but we still have a lot of Widow Mines here, which will be helping with dealing with these carriers, but it's just the Widow Mines. The Bio is gone.
The Bio is gone, but Bio is quite quickly remade and much cheaper than the Protoss army. There's a Zealot run-by into the 3rd base of DizzyDwarf right now, while DizzyDwarf is here taking care of Beast's 4th base. I don't know which one gets... Oh, Disruptor shot. I don't know which one gets the better of this trade. I think maybe DizzyDwarf.
I mean, looking at the numbers, 24 versus 8. That's a pretty high difference there.
But Beast already has a scary army, so it shouldn't be putting him too far behind. Maybe if this army is lost, then that will come into play. But right now, economically, it's not that big of a difference. It's still up to this dwarf to somehow deal. Oh, okay, there's a lot of Vikings. I didn't notice how many Vikings. There are 10 of them. Now that's a number that we can deal with some air Protoss.
Yes, he has focused on the Vikings. He's been working on his upgrades as well, so that will definitely be helpful. This CC though, I think, is getting lost.
Yeah. Okay. So now it's Beast putting the pressure on DizzyDwarf, not allowing these expansions to happen. But look at the production right now. Now that economic difference comes into play, because Beast just doesn't have the money to make any of those expensive Protoss units. Well, DizzyDwarf can just make all of those cheap Terran units over and over again.
Yeah, definitely the economy is going much better there for DizzyDwarf, but Beast is still trying to attack. He's trying to find an entrance here in between the natural and third base. Storms are going down, carriers are trying to destroy the production as well. And I don't know if there's enough. The army of DizzyDwarf has to come back.
Yeah, it is coming back, and the Vikings are here, and they can start focusing those carriers. They just need to dodge the storms here and there, and once the storms are out, yeah, Beast realizes, I have to get out of here. This is dangerous. I'm in danger. And he just recalls away. He has to keep this army. He cannot afford to rebuild this army. Not with his current economy.
Yes, he has to be very careful about every unit he loses because, as you said, I mean, on one hand, his economy is not as good. On the other hand, he is getting that fifth base back up, and if he can keep it, he may be getting, you know, in some better times. But I don't know if DizzyDwarf will let him get there because another attack is coming.
And this time it's being they were getting intercepted here. DizzyDwarf not quite getting in. I think DizzyDwarf EMP'd his own.
No, the ghost got feedback.
I got feedback. Okay, I thought he accidentally EMP'd himself for a second there. Oh, all of those Archons are down. The Bio army is so low in health. The Colossi are still doing a lot of damage with those thermal lances, and DizzyDwarf has to back away. Still, I think it was a good trade for DizzyDwarf here.
Beast is chasing this army. I'm not sure if that's a good idea, but he's trying to see whatever damage he can get here. Trying to snipe some Vikings, trying to snipe some SCVs if they're in the way as well. But this is a bit brave there.
I mean, these are Blink Stalkers,
True,
so that's their job, kind of, you know, to be mobile on the map. These Colossi are kind of alone in the middle with the Tempest. Like, they need backup.
I like with the Colossus in the Tempest.
They're taller than the Tempest, which is weird.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. It was like a crown on the Colossus.
Look at you, tiny Tempest. We're the big Colossus. Okay, Base sneaking around here behind the mineral line, over the cliffs, shooting down, trying to bait the Terran army into a trap with those Choigalaxy and Colossi and Storm. DizzyDwarf sees the trap and backs away. And Base will go into the fourth base? Which one is this? I think that's the fourth base.
Oh, nice storm on the series though.
Yeah, but he's running out of storms.
Yeah, they're mostly zoning storms that don't connect with a lot of the army. At the same time, we have another run by over here. What?
A Colossus strike by. A Colossus, not wall by.
Okay, we have just...
A stride by. There it is.
I think there were two Colossi that were just having a walk.
It's weird.
I don't think that was intentional, but I mean, he did get some damage out of that, so hey.
Yeah, it worked. If it works, then it was intentional. Alright. This charge was getting caught here by the bio units.
Ooh, nice storm though.
Oh, those storms are so painful. Now there are 4 Colossi here to clear out the line. There are a lot of Vikings here. They should be able to clean up a lot of these Colossi.
Yeah, they already got one of the Tempest. The Colossi is pretty low as well, but they're struggling to get to their targets. But now there's not that many Stalkers left, and they're able to snipe one unit after another.
And DizzyDwarf can continue. No, the charge loss will back it away. Oh boy. This is a very back and forth game here.
Yeah. Definitely.
If you look at the units lost and the resources lost, they're quite close.
Yeah, actually,
they've been trading relatively.
The Protoss is losing a little bit more now, but yeah.
But considering how many engagements we had, So far, it's pretty close. And on very high late game tech as well.
Yeah.
+3 air weapons. Well, how often do you see that for the Terran?
Not that often.
Actually, there are no air upgrades for the Protoss. Huh?
I mean, he kind of gave up on the air anyway. Like he's switching back to ground army. He's getting the Colossus. He's getting the Disruptors. So I don't think we will be seeing more. Like the option is still there, but right now it just doesn't seem like it will be useful in this army, especially with that many Vikings around.
I like that the Vikings don't care about the disruptor shots. They're like, yeah, it's all the way down there. I don't care. they can go off all you want. Well, Liberators zoning out.
Some
Yeah,
good
anything that
EMPs
gets
as well.
in there is gonna be a lot of danger. These are +2 Liberators. They are scary.
Yeah, and with the EMPs landing on the Protoss army as well, that they cannot really approach. They cannot defend this base, so this base will be going down. The probes were evacuated. Even another EMP landing there on top of the army.
He's trying to come in from behind, but there's barely any anti-air. The Liberators can be taken care of. Everything on the ground can get cleaned up. I like the charge load run-bys, just to try and draw the Terran away. And he split his army all over the map, and it's not a good place for the Protoss to be.
Yeah, with this many Liberators, it's difficult to maneuver around this army as well. The Disruptor shot will connect with some units, but not enough to win this engagement. It looks like, yeah, this is enough. DizzyDwarf will tie up the series 1-1.
Sideways 1-1. Very nicely done. Now that's a series. It's a serious series. Here's my bracket. Alright. We have Annatar waiting in the lower bracket final for the loser of this very match.
I like the reaction.
I
I like that the first like Beast just says last fantasy. He's like, no, please, no.
Mate, yeah, please, no. Yeah. I like that DizzyDwarf also saying, if we're gonna be in the finals, we will play all day.
Okay.
Hotels are ready. Let's get into it.
We are ready, and let's go to Final Fantasy, Ellie.
The final one.
I don't care. It's Final Fantasy. Why would you call it Last Fantasy? Why?
To mess with our brains.
I think so. Unironically, I think that's what it is.
What, map makers naming their maps to mess with people's brains?
Backfly Fantasy.
No. Backfly Fantasy. Yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot we actually have a German in the chat, so we can judge my pronunciation. Oh
no. Don't, please don't.
Don't. I have not spoken German in years.
Alright everyone, welcome back to last finally.
Huh?
I was thinking, don't say Final Fantasy, and instead I said last finally.
Yeah. There you go.
Welcome to last finally, LE. LE stands for last everything. All the lasts, just to bring them here to confuse us. We're in the southeast corner of the map, all the way from the land of Poland, our red Terran representing the Void. Currently sideways 1-1 in this best of 3 semi-final of today's Master Swan Open, the number 92, I believe. Give it up for DizzyDwarf, aka Vert.
Meanwhile, in the top side, we have the blue Protoss player, also representing Clan Void and coming from Austria. It is Beast.
Cooking meth and watching Tyur dismantle
I
toss is a lovely thing to do on a Saturday.
don't.
I mean,
Just
which
don't.
one is a safer activity for your brain, though?
Neither.
Neither. What? Cooking meth or GVT? Which one? Which one is? Which one rots your brain?
I mean,
Right. So they both find each other. So we know. Actually, no. DizzyDwarf hasn't.
no, DizzyDwarf has not scouted,
Hasn't
but
scouted.
seeing the probe coming, he was like, "Oh, so that's where you are." But I don't know if he realizes what this means because he still sends the Reaper
He's still
down.
checking. Yeah.
Yeah. He said you are on the left, but I mean, there's no left. There's only top and bottom. Like both of those are on the left.
Yeah. Okay, this is dwarf finding out where Beast is not, which it tells him where he is.
Yes, because now he knows where he is not, so he can deduce where he is. Because when he knows the location where Beast is not... Shout out to people who know that reference.
Captain Fish is actually complimenting your pronunciation.
Being from the southwest of Poland, I have some cheat codes for German. Basically, we have an accent that's similar to German. That's what I'm saying.
You have cheat codes.
Yeah, it's just easier for us to learn German because we already have like our own dialect that's basically German-ish.
No, that makes sense. It makes it easier.
Yeah.
Just makes it more difficult to learn Polish, though.
No. No, because it's a mix. Like because being from that side, like it's essentially a mix of like all the bordering languages. So you know a bit of each.
What about Finnish?
No,
How is your
Finnish is completely unconnected to anything. I love Finnish. Finnish is a great language.
Yeah, me too.
I just
studied
enjoy
Finnish.
listening to it. I can't explain. It's just fun.
No, it's a very wonderfully pronounced language. I love it as well. I love the rolling R's and all the alliteration and consonants is perfect. It's very exciting. Is Steam math? Kind of, yes.
No? Whatever. Oh, the Reaper does go down to the Stalkers, so there was a... I feel like this dwarf wanted to get a bit of a scout, but I don't know how much he saw because he didn't really get into the main base, but there's nothing too surprising, just Blink. Meanwhile, from the side of DizzyDwarf.
Yeah, we've got Magfield accelerators. This is going for a Warp Prism blink drop, I would say. So you got the upper vision, and you were able to sort of extra micro your stalkers. So it's a very robust harassment composition. But if we get cyclones are pretty good at shutting this down, but they are not ready just yet, and the stalkers are here. More are being warped as well. A couple of cyclones, the upgrade isn't finished yet. The stalkers don't quite get to the mineral line, and they'll have to back away. This is very close for DizzyDwarf. I think it could have gotten way worse if the timing was a little better by Beast.
Yeah, like he did have the army there to defend, so everything went fine. But the question is, does seeing those two cyclones tell anything to Beast? Like, is he aware of what is coming his way soon?
This is just the pressure. Did he send the warp prism away? Oh no, it's at the back of the. It's just standing there in the middle of everything, just not doing anything in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it's just parked there so it doesn't get in the way, essentially. So it doesn't like fly into the base by accident.
But, okay, what drug increases the fire rate of your weapon? Anything that lets your finger click faster.
I mean, at some point, like, the machine just won't work faster, right?
Yes, maybe the machines are taking drugs as well. All right.
Probably
This time
not.
we
Just,
are.
that's
Oh,
what
it's the
happens.
charge! Charge isn't finished again. Beast mistimed it.
Yeah, I mean,
Did-
it's enough to chase the
did not-
SCVs, but unfortunately, it won't be able to do much more.
Yeah, the charge makes so much difference, and it was so
does.
late.
Horseradish is updating us that he also chose Last Fantasy versus Dwarf, and he also didn't like it. I mean, wait, versus Dwarf or DizzyDwarf? Those are two different people.
How many? Yes, it's very confusing. We have DizzyDwarf, we have Dwarf, we have
Sneezy Dwarf.
Sneezy.
Nice, nice one.
Nice force fields there. But that's a lot of cyclones with my field
Yeah.
accelerator. Yeah, you gotta respect that. The warp prism though, it's bringing in some charge lots.
Yeah, they're bringing some presence to the Terran base, and they're gonna run straight into this third base of the Terran. The tanks are there to help, but they also hurt the SCVs in the process a little bit.
Oh, they're not the best against the charge lots though. Ah, but here come the Marines. Man with gun OP. Oh,
The same
nice use of the
time.
force fields, separating those cyclones, catching some of them, separated from the herd.
Yeah, some good
They're
use of
actu-
force fields there.
This is quite back and forth. Neither of these players has enough to actually break the other. And this time, if you look at the unit source tab, Beast trading a lot worse in the early game than he did in the previous games.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, but also at the same time, DizzyDwarf didn't really attack until he had all of those cyclones. So like basically this is his only aggression this time. Not even a Liberator was coming to the other side of the map. And now he just tried to see what he can do with this mobile mech army that you would call it.
McLaren.
There you go. Oh, but we have
no one
another
else
attack from
calls
the
it, so-
Protoss.
So it doesn't catch up. Oh, nice catch of these SCVs. We are in a bit of a base trade. DizzyDwarf goes into the third base of Beast. No. Yes. Oh yeah. It skips the natural, goes into the third base. I'm trying to catch all of these probes there. It actually chases the probes, goes for the probes instead of the base, catches the army here. I think DizzyDwarf takes the fight here. Maybe not with charge lots.
Yeah, the charges are helping a lot versus the Cyclones actually, and there's quite a lot of them. More are coming. But it also means that the attack on the bases of DizzyDwarf has ended.
Yes, I know, Prometheus. It was a joke. I know. I know drugs don't make you shoot faster. It's- Look, it's a gameplay feature, not a realistic feature. Okay, let's.
Yes, the game is not realistic. Spoilers.
I know it doesn't make sense. It's fine. We like it the way it is. It's still fun.
But we'll still complain about it.
How do Zerglings having wings make them run faster? They actually have more wind drag on them. They should be running slower with wings. It doesn't make any sense. It's a conspiracy.
Cyclones almost get caught by the Chargers again, but the Protoss army is actually not that big. At the same time, we have some Archons across the map trying to do damage here.
Ooh, they get caught though. Oh, maybe the sandwich though. Oh, it's difficult to sandwich those Cyclones. They can just move and keep shooting.
Yeah,
This lock-on is so powerful.
that's kind of the advantage of this army. It's very mobile and it's just going around the Protoss. And Beast tries and tries again to maybe sandwich this army, maybe trap it in some location, but is failing to do so far.
It's just kind of weird that the unit that this composition is the worst against is the charge lot. Look how much firepower they need just to kill one charge lot. This is why you need a handful of Marines with you at all times. Just to have that extra DPS.
That was nice. Did you see that?
What? No.
We like caught the mule drop like at the edge of the screen. It was fun.
No, I was drinking water at the time. Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Oh, there's... I was about to say there's a storm here, but there's no storm anywhere. The storm isn't finished yet.
Yeah,
This Templar died for nothing. He lived for nothing, he died for nothing.
Yeah, the bases are getting evacuated. Beast is giving up on this location as the Cyclones are marching forward and there's not that many... Oh no!
James is over now.
Not the Cyclones! The biggest insult.
It's the laser Cyclone.
Yeah, as a reminder, both of those are from the same clan, so there's a lot of banter there.
This is friendly banter. We are very much in flavor of that. This is yeah, it's a lot. How many Cyclones do we have right now? We have 18 Cyclones. Yikes.
The numbers are just going up, and the Protoss army does not seem to be getting more formidable. I mean, we have Storm now and some High Templars, but how does Storm affect Cyclones?
Not as well as Protoss players would want, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's doing decent damage. It's not killing them though.
Nah. No, I might. You need a lot more than a couple of Templars to do that. Also, unlike other Terran units, when you zone them away, they continue to do damage. So zoning them out is not very helpful.
And with that, GG to DizzyDwarf, as despite not liking this map, he was able to take it. And he will be taking the entire series 2-1.
I would like this to be discussed later in the podcast. Nate, that's for all DTs.
Continues.
We haven't seen any DTs yet today.
Sure.
Maybe in the final match.
I mean, it's entirely possible that these two will meet again, so we will find out.
Yeah, so Beast will now go up against Annatar in the lower bracket. We have ourselves a PVZ. No mirror matchups today. We got a fully balanced bracket. Look at that. And they were all complaining that there are too many Protoss.
Oh, interesting. It looks like Annatar, aka Ziggur, also joined Devoid.
Huh? Oh, we have
it's
a Devoid,
all the Devoid boys.
We have a Devoid triple triple standoff. I understand the Hellions in this situation, but I prefer CCs as Cyclones as minor dams. What?
No, they're just arguing about cheese essentially.
Mr. saying my brain is dying inside now.
Oh no.
Hey, look. See, this is the thing about tournaments. There's still a best of 5 to be played later on. You know, you might run out of tricks in this kind of long situation. You have no idea when the turnover will come. Well, Annatar is also from EU, right?
Mm-hmm. He's already in the party.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm not paying attention to things. And yeah, the lower bracket is a best of 3. So it is like another semi-final series. The winner of the upper bracket, DizzyDwarf, will have 1 point advantage in the grand finals, in the best of 5.
Of course, don't forget to stretch.
Stretch your roaches. Hydrate your hydras. Gender disruptors. What was it? Cuddle your carriers? What else did we have? It's been a long time since I rhymed any of these. I forgot all of them. You know, it's one of the things. Usually I write these things down, but I never wrote any of these down. So we don't have a database of dumb memes for the.
I wanted to make one, but I just never have the time. Unironically, I wanted to make a database of memes for our channel specifically.
What I did was I had the links for the clips, so they can actually search for specific meme stuff. But that's as close as I managed to get. They've been casting for a long time. We've been casting since late 2017, right? Not 1917, no. 2017.
1917, oh, that would be...
Back in my days! Yeah, in late 2017, that's when we started. So
that's when the Ducklings started casting. And I don't think we did anything before that. Yeah,
it's almost 10 years, group.
I know.
You feeling old yet?
I'm feeling old already.
Yes.
What do you mean?
That's my secret. Don't you know my secret? I always feel old.
Exactly.
Even one toss is too many. Yeah, I also had that joke and I decided not to say it. Because it's mean.
It is mean. What do you mean? We like Protoss players here. I mean, we like all races, really. As a disclaimer, I am a Zerg, as we discussed earlier.
Hey, we're on the pretty map.
Ah, true.
Alright, everyone. Welcome to Pylon LE. LE, in case you did not know, stands for.
Oh, I just realized what colors we're at.
No
Continue.
worries. LE stands for. Lateral explanation. Lateral explanation. That's when you're explaining something and you realize that you have no idea what you're talking about, so you start talking about something else. In the southeast corner of the map, all the way from the land of Russia, it is our purple Zerg. Give it up for Annatar, representing the Void.
Annatar, previously known as Zigor, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And across the map we have his opponent. It is the blue Protoss player from Austria. Now I'm gonna confuse myself.
Yes.
Also representing Clan Devoid, it is Beast. Also, do you wanna know a fun fact, Stick?
Hmm?
I fixed my mouse.
So it works like a regular mouse?
Yeah, the scroll works again.
What did you do?
Apparently, what you have to do is you have to take it in your hands and you have to blow air really hard into the scroll and then it works. And ironically, I found that online and it works. I'm like, okay, that will do it.
That means you just had so much dust in your
No, apparently
scroll wheel.
Apparently it's a common thing with Razor mice where something just doesn't connect and like blowing like compressed air doesn't work for some reasons. Like you have to like something specific for like cleaning like what is it called? Like electronics. I forgot what the word is. Like you need like a specific thing or you can try blowing in it and yeah, that solves it for a while. Okay, not gonna argue.
And it worked. You can't argue with that.
Yeah, look at this! Look at this! No
What?
jumping! Beautiful. I'm not gonna press it again though, I'm scared now.
Oh wait, what? Wait, go back. What was that plant?
Which one?
Is that? It looks like a big Zergling wings.
It does.
Like big feathers. I thought for a second it was like a giant Zergling for a second.
I mean, it could be. Maybe Zerglings were plants originally.
It could happen. Because you like
Okay.
all races because you can steal the units with an infestor.
Okay, Captain Fish, I just want to point out that in Brood War, Protoss could do that as well. It's just the Terrans that for some reason just can't do it.
Back in my days, we had dark archons and we can
Yeah?
take over other units and stuff.
Oh no. The chat is catching up on the 1917.
Look, StarCraft has been here around for a long time.
Yeah, StarCraft is an old game, okay?
Old game. Alright, we have a Zergling run by from Annatar here. The wall is a wall. And with the add up in a stalker at the front, this really isn't going to be broken.
Can I like award penalty points to players for picking specific colors on specific maps? I will admit right now, I cannot see neither blue nor purple on this minimap.
It's
Both of
yeah.
those are invisible to me.
Because there are other blue blobs and other
Yes.
purple blobs here, so
Exactly.
it's like
I can't see anything. Help.
help. I mean, you can always do like
The colorblind mode?
colorblind mode,
I
yeah.
forgot what the
You can-
hotkey is.
You can maybe set it up so that it's always red and blue.
No, I have my colorblind mode as light blue and orange.
Okay, that could work.
Do you remember what the hotkey for that is? Maybe we can try it. Maybe.
No, I can look for it though, because I'm not on stream, so I can, I can block the view. Where's my hotkeys? The fact that there's no search is annoying.
I don't even know if colorblind mode works if you're not the one playing. The oracles are moving together with the adepts.
But it shows it like on you. Maybe it's on camera? Scroll. No.
It may be in gameplay. Or whatever it's called.
It's not on UI.
No.
Maybe,
Yeah.
toggle display mode?
No.
No.
Well, S still is looking for this. We have 3 oracles trying to go around, trying to get some damage done. At the same time, Annatar is going for both the melee upgrades and the range upgrades. So I guess we may be going, yeah. I mean, so far we have only roaches and Hydra then. Ooh, one of the oracle goes down. But yeah, I wonder if, I guess this will be a roach, Hydra and Lynx for support? Question mark?
Is it?
Or
There's toggle alliance color mode.
Okay, what's that?
Alt F, but it's not the one we're looking for.
Let's try. No. No, it's not that. Oh, it doesn't work as an observer. I don't know.
Or maybe it doesn't have a hotkey. Maybe it's just a setting.
I know it has a hotkey. I just don't remember what it is. On the side of the Protoss, we do have the Storm already on the way. Charge is already started too, but not quite finished. Looks like Beast will help Annatar here with this base by killing it. Because it was a bit off center. It was a cancel though, not a kill. And with all those oracles, Beast did set up some stasis fields here.
Okay, I activated colorblind mode and it did absolutely nothing.
That's good.
Or maybe I'm super colorblind and I don't see the difference. I don't know.
Yes, Alt F4. I think that's Alt F4. Can you try?
Trope. You remember how old I am.
Yeah, I do. That's why I could say it. Because if I say it like, I don't know, Yaku, I would have doubts.
It's like, I fell for that while playing StarCraft 1 before Void War came out. I fell for that. I did fall for that once.
Nice.
I was 13 years old at the time.
Fair.
It was my first
Fair.
time playing multiplayer games online. And someone did that to me and I fell for it. Alright. Back in the days. Okay. Annatar trying to come in here with his squishy units, but the storms are pretty strong, and that's not enough to break the Protoss right now.
The Zerglings were annihilated almost immediately. The Hydras have to go back as they do not have any support right now. There are actually only a few Roaches, which is very interesting to me. Like, with the upgrades on the way, I thought Annatar would commit to Roaches more.
And you kind of want to have them as buffer, right? As beefy cannon fodder. To help the squishy Hydralisks stay alive.
I mean, either that or just have more Zerglings to support. Like, Hydras on their own are not very good, unfortunately.
Oh, Zerglings against Archons and Storm. Zerglings disappear way too fast. Roaches are like the buffer that you kind of want. They have a lot better survivability against that.
Oh, the Zer's actually
also
good
against Charlots. And the fourth base of Annatar goes down, and Beast is denying the other base from forming up. But now has to recall to defend his own fourth.
Yeah. Looks like the Hydras were trying to sneak into that base of the Protoss, but with the recall, Beast was able to defend that, and Annatar once again has to go back home pretty much empty-handed.
There's a fleet beacon about to finish for Beast, so we're gonna see a switch into some serious air Protoss. We have two Stargates on the way, about to be finished. And is that another robotics? No, it's the first robotics.
Double at that.
Double robotics, there we go.
And meanwhile, Annatar going for lurkers. That is the tech of choice going from that. I mean, it can definitely help against the ground army, but now with the Tempest coming up as well, that makes it a bit more tricky.
This is doing a good job just putting the pressure on Annatar, just not letting the Zerg give any second to just rebuild and remake those workers. This army is constantly being traded against. And look at the units lost tab. The trades are very heavily in favor of the Protoss. Mostly you losing charge lots and some adepts this game.
Yeah, very nicely done. And the run-bys, the charge run-bys do not stop as once again they are in that base, and at the same time as the chargers are coming, at the same time the main army is at the natural base. The lurkers are morphing.
The lunkers are finished. The storms don't quite catch them, and Beast has to back away for fear of all those spikes from under the ground.
The good news for Beast though is that he already has Storm, which helps with clearing these out. He has the Oracles there, which can reveal them, and he's working on Tempest.
The Mama Ship on the way. I haven't seen Mama Ship in years. Mama.
There you go, the Lurkers get revealed and now the Tempest can start chipping away at them. Of course the ground army still has to be careful because this is quite a minefield. But
that was a kill on that Nexus as well.
Storm still landing on the Hydras and the Lurkers as well. And yeah, a lot of them are getting quite squishy.
This Zerg army is getting dwindled very fast. Not a lot. There's only a couple of Lurkers left. This is super costly for the Zerg. Those are very expensive units to lose. What?
I was like, oh, I'm gonna show this epic moment when the mothership pops out, and it's like just.
Yeah, it's not that epic. Alright, GG's called. Beast will take game number 1. I kind of want the the animation for that to be like the whole Nexus kind of
Yeah, it
flies
should
out,
like
like in
light up and then like it should just like appear. But it was just like poop, it just is there. I'm like,
no,
okay,
it
I
should it
see.
should be like constructed over the Nexus,
Ooh, that would
like
be
in
nice.
like in Stargate, the movie.
Mm.
Where the big ship lands on the pyramid and now it's like takes off from the Nexus. It's like, oh, this is so cool.
No, yeah, I agree. That would be cool if it was like built over the Nexus. But yeah, Uganda's very nicely played there by Beast. He was on top of things and, you know, constantly just harassing Annatar from both sides. Every time a Charles would run in, the main army was also trying to pressure the Zerg. And yeah, basically Annatar just could not get any ground going like on the map. So eventually he just didn't have enough. And even the last attack didn't really, like, he took the base, but he wasn't able to do more damage. And with that, the first game will be going to Beast.
It's very tough once you let that Protoss get to that four base economy, and they just go air toss, and you're like, it's done now. Because once you get Archons and Storm, they got such great AoE against those Hydralisks and Zerglings, and it just kind of kills your momentum. Lurkers kind of helped Annatar stay in the game, but losing them in that offensive fight was just too much.
I do agree though that Roaches could have helped in that situation, that maybe going Link Hydra wasn't the best decision in that moment, especially since he already had Roach Warren and I'm pretty sure he researched Roach Speed as well. So, like, he was getting ready for making Roaches, but then in the end he just didn't.
Yeah, it's weird that we don't see Roach Hydra more often, isn't it? I mean, I understand why. It's very economically it's very difficult to sustain because they're both like, you know, kind of expensive units compared to Lane Hydra, for instance. But they are very beefy. They very complement each other very well, and they're both range, which is very helpful because you can sort of concentrate your upgrades on that.
It is a very solid composition. It has fallen a bit out of favor for a while, but I think like once again it is getting more popular sometimes. So it's still a very strong composition, but like to me it's even less whether or not the composition would be good. It's more that like Annatar looked like he wants to go there, but then changed his mind like after already putting down all the tech. Yeah, with that, one of our players is taking a quick break. So
yeah.
So we're back to Paddlecast. Your favorite?
Yeah, I'm just laughing at the Alt F jokes. It is a pretty funny prank, but it's very annoying.
I mean, there are worse pranks than that.
Yes.
It is funny. That's the thing. I heard.
Opening Brood War was the Zerg and Terran supply have their own separate pool.
Yes.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yes, I remember that. For the record, I did not play a single competitive game of Brood War.
I barely played any ladder on Brood War. I mostly played just use map settings games.
Yeah, same.
They were the most fun. Now, Horse Rider is saying you can see a strong glow on Nexus when the mothership is building.
Yeah, there is a
But
glow.
what we mean, we want the mothership to be constructed around the Nexus and then take off like the Goa'uld in Stargate.
We're not talking about whether or not you can see that the mothership is being built. We're talking about how the mothership should look epic and not just like, you know, pop out.
Oh, it's the oh no map.
Yes, it's your favorite.
It's this map. It's our favorite map.
Can I show it on the screen? If you look at the minimap in the top right, this is our platypus, clearly.
Yes. I posted it 2 minutes ago in chat. You should know what it means by now.
Okay, but anyway, we are back here. We are in map number 2 of this lower bracket finals. We are on Maganata LE. LE, of course, stands for least expected, because you find those emotes on the maps when you least expect them. Anyway, we are looking here at our full purple Zerg player representing Clan Devoid. It is Annatar, previously known as Zigor.
In the northwest corner of the map, all the way from the land of Austria, it is our blue Protoss, also representing Divide. It is Beast. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I like that name. Gah.
Wait, what happened?
What happened?
What
I don't
happened?
know.
What did we miss?
Beast F for F, clicked F for something. Also, there's still that glitch that makes the glass show up over the
Oh
creep.
yeah, no. Yeah.
Next, it looks like solar
Blame Hyper.
panels.
Just blame Hyper. Oh, nice. We have a proxy hatch.
Oh, cheeky. But it does prompt Beast to. Well, he's walling off anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. I don't think it's a proxy. I think it's just a delayed.
Yeah, because it's on the base, it's more like a block.
Yeah.
It's like a Nexus block.
Yeah, it's a Nexus. That's the word. That's the term I was looking for. Instead, I just meandered and said random words.
I mean, that's the way to do it, right?
That's how you always talk, isn't it?
Meanwhile, while I'm looking at this hatchery, I also have keeping an eye on this bottom side of the map, as we have a probe sneaking something there. Like, once we saw that Annatar is being cheeky, he is also planning something of his own.
Ooh, let's the hatchery finish. It is a proxy hatchery.
I mean,
what are we?
It might as well. The creep will be definitely very annoying.
Who's the player in SDO who did that all the time? Was in our clan at some
Blisk.
point. Blisk, there we go.
He did it every game.
Every game.
He loved
Proxy
it,
hatch.
especially versus Terran. Particularly versus Terran, it was really good.
But this gets cleaned up. Look at that. It doesn't even lose a unit yet. This is.
So you're going to
bad.
scout? But they will not find anything.
There's nothing to scout. Everything is here all anyway. It sees nothing.
Because the Stargate is across the map.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we already have 2 adepts going into the bases of the Zerg player, and they will find some drones for their travel.
Yeah, this is a very rough stuff for the Zerg. Look at the units lost there.
Oof.
It's bad.
Oh.
It's not
Let's
looking
not
good.
look. Let's not look.
Beast lost 0 units, 0 minerals, 0 gas.
No?
It is. Yikes.
The first Oracle is about to be finished, and it will be flying into the bases of the Zerg very soon. This hatchery is spotted by the Adepts, and I assume the Adepts will be moving together with the Oracle.
But they're distracting the queen. It's not
Yes.
here to protect the drones.
Distracting
Is
the
it
Queen. The
drones?
Queen was also a little bit off the creep, so it took her a little bit more to get here. And
That's 5 drones, 6 drones, 7 drones, 8 drones. And it's out of energy. No! Okay, one more shot.
it's trying, but it's so low. But the Adepts are here to help to finish the job, but they are being caught by the Zerglings.
That was phenomenal harassment here by the Protoss. And the second Oracle is coming in into the natural base. Not much to kill here, but it kills what it can.
Yeah, and yeah, Annatar was forced to cancel that Banelingness because, I mean, he has to focus on defense right here, right now. He still doesn't have any spores, which could help. But he
8
focused
more
on Queen
drones.
defense. Yeah. It's
18
painful.
drones dead in total.
Painful.
For 1 Adept and 1 Oracle. Even the Adepts managed to get away. This is rough. This is why they hate Protoss.
Very unfortunate for our Zoic player, and Beast, seeing how well this attack went, he's going for glaives, so there will be more adepts coming. I assume the Oracle harassment will not finish. There's another Oracle on the way as well, just to replenish the one that did go down to the Queens.
Going Ling Bane is maybe not the best against those Glaive Adepts and on Oracle.
It could work.
No, but
It could work. It's one of the ways to deal with them. Maybe not the perfect way, but it's one of the options. But there will be a lot of adepts, and you know, you need a lot of banelings to deal with that.
And if you have adepts with glaives, they can snipe those banelings pretty fast if you're attentive.
Yeah, especially since, unlike with Zealots, the Zealots have to come close to fight, but I mean, the adepts don't, so the banelings may not even get to them.
Yes, and they can shade away. They're very mobile. So it's a lot more difficult to connect those stress ball banelings into them.
It looks like Annatar is focusing more on Bane busting this wall and just running the Zerglings in, but there are so many adepts on the inside already.
And there's a double wall as well.
Yes.
The wall, it is double. Okay, the banelings do connect with the adepts, but there's good splits here by Beast. Even though the banelings mostly connect, still it's not enough, and the oracles can basically mop up whatever is left. And this attack did not go well, and the adepts can just shade across the map and start harassing.
Yeah, as reinforcements, Beast warped in more adepts, and those adepts can now go on the offensive, and seeing that Annatar knows that there's nothing left to do, GG is called. Beast will be advancing to the finals.
Ooh. There we go, we have the rematch. Beast versus DizzyDwarf in a best of 5. How many drones were that?
A lot. You can check. I don't remember. Yeah.
It was 8 for each oracle.
That's what... I think it was less than 24, but yeah.
No, because there was a third oracle that we didn't meet.
But was it also 8? I think it must have been less.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We should probably take a break before we turn. Give our players a few minutes to rest, and we can go and
give ourselves a few minutes to rest.
Yeah, we can drain our disruptors, stretch our moches, hydrate our hydras, and be back here for the final match. We also have a raffle that we can that you can participate in if you're participating.
Yes,
you can do that after the break.
Every player who has played into today's tournament is eligible for the random raffle, which we will be rolling right after the break.
So be back here in a few minutes, or I will not forgive you.
You won't. Hello and welcome to Master Swan Open number 92. We are currently in the grand finals of our monthly amateur tournaments up to 4.7k MMR, but before we get there, we have something special to do. Still more.
Drum roll, please.
Yes. Do you have a drum roll, actually?
No, it's the microphone probably blocks it out anyway, so I can't do anything. Yep.
Anyway,
awful.
We do have a random raffle, so this is $5, $5 for a random participant of the tournament. Anybody who played a full series is eligible for this random raffle, and today we have 7 players participating. So without further ado, let us randomize our winner for today. And today...
Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. If I say drum roll, then the microphone picks it up. Drum roll, 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 drum roll.
It's Ragnar. So congratulations to Ragnar. Ragnar did play in our tournament today, and he did go down to Annatar. There you go, and then Choigalaxy. So yeah, one of the earlier finishes, but still, nonetheless, getting out with $5. So congratulations to Ragnar. Make sure to join the Matcherino. And speaking of Matcherino, if you want to support this specific edition of the tournament, if you want to support these specific players that are in the finals right now, because that's where the prize pool goes, you can donate to Macherino. Unfortunately, we don't have any codes, but if you want to donate some of your own money, you are free to do so. And with that out of the way, we are ready for our finals.
It's just a reminder that DizzyDwarf has 1 point advantage.
Yes. And it's best of 5.
And it's best of 5. So DizzyDwarf being the winner of the upper bracket semifinal. Gets 1 point in this best of 5. We'll start a little bit ahead, but as we've seen before, and it has happened more often than you would think, that the player that lost the semifinal and then finds the same player in the final match, a lot of times gets a reversal.
Yeah,
and the player who lost the semifinal will win the final match. And it happens very often, actually. Probably more often than not, I would say.
That is hard for me to say, but maybe.
I would dare to bet. I wouldn't say for certain, but I would be willing to bet.
Ravi, get on that.
Small amount of money.
We need somebody to look for the fun facts.
If only we had an information fairy.
No, I am not a statistics fairy. I'm information fairy. That's two different things.
Information is fun fact. In statistics is boring fact.
Sometimes it can be fun, but it's too much work.
Yes, I agree. Anyway, we are on Persephone, L.E. Persephone, who brings the spring, which is almost over, actually. I know, actually, very over.
Depends Southwest. On what you count. If you count by calendar, that it's supposed to end in 2 weeks or something.
I don't know. It's hot and humid. That's
what I'm saying. Whether you count weather spring or calendar spring, astronomical spring. There are different kinds.
Oh, look at that, Captain Fish! Thank you for supplying us with all the prediction awards.
Thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
Nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please don't go broke.
Welcome new subscribers to the subscribers club. Anyway, in the southwest corner of the map, all the way from the land of Poland, our red Terran is representing Team Void, DizzyDwarf, otherwise known as Vert.
And across the map we have his opponent. It is from Austria and also representing Clan Devoid, the blue Protoss player. It is Beast.
For those who are newly subscribed, you can join us on Discord and connect your Discord with your Twitch account, and you will be eligible to get replay packs and other benefits that subscribers get. So you're welcome to do so. You are eligible.
Is this as enjoyable to you as it is to me?
Yes, it is.
Actually, use the
field. Violent spawn, right there.
It's this. This is where you put it.
Kuro, I'm a professional designer, of course. Of course, this is satisfying to me.
Yes.
This is my whole job. Is this?
It's perfectly centered.
Yes, perfectly positioned.
Oh wow! I
centered.
just realized that the speed of the turn of the camera is almost the same as the speed of the turn of the pylon.
So you can basically make the pylon stop.
Yeah, for a second. That's so interesting. It's so yeah. It's so good.
Okay. No, I don't have no problem with you just sitting there and doing that for 10 minutes.
I feel like the viewers may not be as happy with that, but yes.
Look, whatever makes you happy is important. That's the important bit.
I keep saying that. I am very tempted to one day just do a stream of me just doing that, where I'm completely distracted from the game. I'm just looking at pretty visuals.
What do you mean one day? What do you mean one day do that?
No, as in where I don't feel like obligated to do anything else. I literally just focus on this. Like I disable the UI. I don't need the UI. Just look at
As we
pretty
can do
pictures.
in the replay cast, we can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, we could also like when we do like tournaments based on on new maps, like TLMC maps.
Ooh, the Reapers are going down. Once
We
again,
can set it up as a rule that we can just concentrate on the map and forget about the games.
anyway, DizzyDwarf once again tried to go with those three Reapers and 2 Helions, but yeah, the wall is solid and Beast is defending just like he did previously.
It looks so funny when they were hiding behind the rock. As if they couldn't be seen. Okay, DizzyDwarf gets pulled away here. Beast is moving across the map. They're missing each other. We're gonna have counter harassment here.
There's still something in the wall though, so DizzyDwarf cannot quite get in, and I don't think he spotted the third base being made right now.
He's not suspecting it either. He should be saying, where are all your other units? If they're not here, they might be at home. There is a tank and some Marines here to defend. Blink isn't quite finished, so can't really jump on top of that tank and abuse the positioning. So Vert kind of gets the better end of this deal, I think.
Yeah, I mean, 2 crows did go down. And again, these bases are secure. Hard to say.
Yeah, Beast is hunting down those. DizzyDwarf takes it all the way around with the speed zones.
Yes. Hey, what do you think about the speed zones in the line? I find them
Yeah, I
really
like
funny.
it. I like it. It makes it deceptively shorter than you think. You think, oh, this is the long way, but it's actually with the speed zones.
Yeah,
It's
that
not as
bad.
long as you think. I like these kinds of tricks on the map. Like setting up a proxy location on the end of that, on one of the corner bases, and then sending them through the speed zones around the map will be much faster than you think it's going to take. So you can like set up all kinds of surprise harassments that your opponent would not be expecting.
Yes, we have these stalkers right now marching right into the natural base, but they find strong opposition. Nonetheless, they will be able to snipe a few SCVs, and most of them do blink out. But not all of them.
Yeah, stalkers kind of get caught out there. Some of them do go down, and Beast has to back away. There's too much here between the 2 tanks and all of these Marines, and even a couple of Ravens for good measure. Yeah, this is a pretty strong Terran army, and looks like DizzyDwarf is setting up to move out on the map.
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, either that or maybe he's just going to...
Yeah, there's no third. There's no third
I was
command
like,
center.
where's the command center? Where is it?
Yeah, no command center. This could be a 2-base all-in here from DizzyDwarf.
Very well could be, and I'm not sure if this will be spotting that. I mean, his stalkers are moving across the map, so maybe, but... Ooh, they just barely...
Oh, they're missing. They're missing it.
I
DizzyDwarf sees the, I think sees them with
yeah,
the
they see
Raven?
each other. They see each other.
Okay. Catches the tail end of that army, but yeah, DizzyDwarf should just keep on pushing, I think.
Yeah, Beast is trying to move his army against the push from the Terran, but this is a strong army with tanks, with Marines, even the Ravens there. The sentries actually get sniped. They go a bit too close to the Terran army.
Too many units going at it alone by the Protoss, and there's so much DPS on these Marines. Beast trying to come in from behind with the flank with the Stalkers. It does some damage, but there's still too much Terran here to be stomped.
Yeah, one of the tanks survives, and the anti-armor is still on those Immortals, so they are very vulnerable to these Marines, and the Terran is just moving forward, moving into the natural base, and yeah, Beast is losing everything.
The Immortals are going down. The Templar Archive is being targeted. No storm for you. Okay, there we go. It finally goes down. There's the hot pickup. And DizzyDwarf will be able to escape with somewhat of a chunk of his army. He lost most of it. And that was an empty medivac, not a full one. But still did a ton of damage.
Yeah, a ton of damage, and most important, he basically reset the army. We have one immortal in this army now, but all the robo units were destroyed, and most of the others as well. So now DizzyDwarf pretty much has an entire army ready, while Beast is still remaking his.
And that Templar archive, losing that storm research is so painful because it takes so long to set up. You need to research the storm. You need to start making Templars so they can bank up energy. Right now, Beast's composition is so far behind where he wants it to be.
Yeah, and there are no Colossus in this army as of yet, so there's no splash damage at all. It's just these charge loads and the other units that are not particularly good with dealing with Marines.
And now DizzyDwarf does get a third base and sets it up, so that wasn't an all-in. You can relax now. Beast is ahead in upgrades, so that's a bit of an advantage. And remember, charge roads, they're pretty beefy. A lot beefier than you'd think they would be. But this Porter's army is kind of small compared to where it wants to be, and there's no storm yet. Oh, nice anti-armor on all of this army. And now with the Marauders as well, this is extra firepower for the Bio. DizzyDwarf keeping some of the Bio units at the back, just in case there's a flank.
Yeah.
These tanks are dishing out so much damage. G is called. And DizzyDwarf is on match point to win this entire tournament. Man with guns!
Man with gun indeed. So very nicely done there by DizzyDwarf. I mean, Beast was trying his best, but yeah, just weren't able to do that. I don't get that game. Beast is a bit confused about what happened.
Yeah, Beast also thought it was a 2-base all-in.
Yeah, I mean, there was no fair.
DizzyDwarf was like, it was, but then I killed your Templar archives and everything. I was like, fine, I can play from here.
Yeah, so it was supposed to be an all-in, but then it just kept going.
Yeah.
He started the third as he was moving out.
Yeah. As you should. The best time to expand is when your enemy is busy defending.
Yeah, I would ask for the next map, but I would not let the players.
No, let's keep on. This is a good discussion. This is exactly what they're corroborating pretty much everything we said so far. So I'm good with that. Okay, Maganatha is next.
They're also like, they are clanmates, so they are like basically exchanging information on how to play better, which is definitely something.
I'm always in favor of more interaction between friendly, competitive interaction between players.
Yeah.
In our tournaments, it's always great.
Like basically, they're helping each other improve, which is good.
It's someone else has in YouTube chat. Someone else has a potato laptop group that was killed by StarCraft 2.
Look, my old laptop was killed by Osu. I remember I downloaded Osu, and like 2 days later, the laptop just gave up.
Like, it's too much DPS for us. I can't do that. Can't deal with the APM.
It's still working, by the way. I did revive it, but it needs an upgrade. Like it needs. I want to like change all like half the parts in it, and I know it's possible. So maybe one day.
Maybe you need just to open up and blow on it, and that'll work.
No. I tried that. I even changed the thermal paste and everything. It's just it's not working. Anyway, we are here on Maganatha, Ellie.
You're gonna get mad if I play Battlemech, right?
Yeah, we had that in the previous series, but we will see if this player will choose to do so regardless or not. We are looking at the red Terran players from Poland representing the Void. It is DizzyDwarf.
And in the northwest of the map, all the way from the land of Austria, also representing the Void, it is our blue Protoss. Give it up for the Beast.
And DizzyDwarf is of course up 2-0 in this best of 5 already, with the 1 point advantage from the upper bracket and just winning the first map here as well. And with that, he's only 1 point away from winning this entire series, so yeah, there's a lot of pressure on Beast right now.
Well, like we said, it can happen. See, by now, Beast knows all the tricks that DizzyDwarf has, right?
True. I mean,
So maybe if he changes something, it can really take DizzyDwarf by surprise. That's my theory to why we see that pattern of that reversal between the semifinals and the finals in a double elimination bracket, is because most players at this level aren't used to playing like best of 5s and best of 7s against other players, and you only have like a handful of tricks that you know, right? So once the enemy knows them, once you've tried everything you can, you're kind of left with nothing.
I mean, you say players at that level, but Willita had that note from Showtime when he was playing versus Reynor, and he said that he ran out of beers at some point, so... You know, it's not just the players at the level. Like every player like has a limited number of builds they can do, unless they just improvise.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, players that are used to playing at that level, or that like best of 5s, best of 7s regularly, they usually know after losing the first time, like, oh, I need more tricks up my sleeve next time. I can't go into this final match with like a handful of cheesy builds. You know.
Ooh, we have a command center before factory.
See, things are different. Or maybe he's just going for cyclones and he needs the extra gas.
I mean, he said he wouldn't, so we'll see. We'll see.
Well, and you believe a Terran?
I'd like to remind you, we're all
What is
Terrans,
this?
technically.
Next time you tell me that you believe in a Protoss saying they're not cheesing.
Yeah.
Or they won't make DTs.
Yeah, depends on the Protoss, but yes.
Or you believe a Zerg when they say they want to play a macro game.
Yeah.
Let's play a macro game.
I mean, again,
10
depends
minutes,
on the
10 minutes,
person.
no rush.
No, some people genuinely want to play that way. That's correct.
Some people wear silly hats. I don't know. People are weird like that. But most of the time, if someone says that, they're like, ooh, nice kill on that Reaper. This denies the scout by DizzyDwarf. He barely has any information on the Protoss side of the map. Well, Beast does have a good view on DizzyDwarf's base. Reaper. It's a Reaper. Get it? Get it? Reaper? With an eye? It's a joke. No, that's a ghost. It's not a Reaper. It's no. You can't. There's no Reaper. You can't. That's a Marine. That's a barracks. SCV. Are we playing spot the unit?
This is my in-game version of shaking my head. I just don't say anything. Just look
Okay,
at me.
you can always shake your, your
No,
screen. Oh,
no,
the
I
items
think that's
managed to
funny.
get in there. You can SMH your observer screen. They do get a couple of SCVs, which is nice. They also construction SCVs, so it's double annoying because
Yeah,
you have to replace them.
Yeah, the eBay was a little bit delayed, which means the upgrades will be out of sync. And actually, this dwarf is not getting anywhere right now.
And this is dwarf did not go for the mech Terran, going instead for biotank.
Yeah.
Classic.
I mean, look, he said he wouldn't, so he doesn't.
Look, some people wear silly hats, some Terrans speak the truth.
Sure.
See, we've angered Captain Fish as well. Are you saying I don't believe me? It's not that I don't believe you. It's that I don't trust you.
I don't know which one is worse, to be honest.
The trust one is definitely worse. Faith is easy to build. Trust is not. Anyway, speaking of things you don't trust, yeah, this dwarf is like, what's going on? Where are you? It's scanning all over the place. Like, you should be attacking us. Something should be happening. There's a proxy Stargate, not Stargate, the other gate, gateway.
Yeah, an enforcement point, essentially.
Waygate over here.
Waygate, yes.
Which I like because it's sort of in a location where if Beast attacks DizzyDwarf and DizzyDwarf chases the army away all the way back home, now you have a way to sort of backstab from there that DizzyDwarf is not likely to find.
I'm sorry, I just read something very funny in the chat. For me, this is like, yes, Cannon Rush the Zelnaga Tower.
Yes.
So stupid.
He who controls the Zelnaga Tower controls the universe.
Look, this is
Well,
this is my kind of humor.
There was a kind of map like that with that cannon, right? The cannon in the middle. The
Yeah, but that was a Shoutcraft map.
Yeah, one of the Shoutcraft maps. It had a tower in the middle, and if you had a unit there, the tower would be in your control.
Yeah, it will be shooting at the enemy, like it was an actual cannon.
And it had enough of range that it can actually shoot the wall of the enemy, like the natural wall.
Yeah.
So it was very advantageous to have that thing.
Really fun.
Yeah, back in the days. I miss Total Biscuit.
Everybody does.
Yeah. On a less depressing note, Beast is about to set up another multi-prong here, going into the natural and the third base of DizzyDwarf. From the proxy location with the charge lots, plus 1 weapons is just about to finish. Great timing.
No defense on the third base, so it will be entirely vulnerable to the chargers, and in the same time, the main army is getting ready to get in here.
It's very wary of the Widow Mines, because there could be Widow Mines dug in deep here. Anyway. Storms.
Beautiful storms.
Wow. That is one of the best storms I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, covering the entire Marine army, and now the bio is nowhere to be seen. The reinforcements are coming from the main base, but it's not that many of them, and the Gateway army is just marching forward.
The third base is evacuated, 22 SCVs go down, the natural base is about to go down as well if it's not... Actually, I don't think it could get evacuated in time. Yeah, it goes down, and Beast coming in with a beastly move and will not go down without a point on the board. See? See? The reversal. It's a coming.
It was pretty solid. I'm quite impressed by Beast. Like, that was a very well executed attack with having the multi-prong, and again, beautiful storm, like just exactly where you wanted it to be. Like, the Marines were right at the spot, right at the ramp, and yeah, cover the entire army, and with the amazing engagement takes the game.
Fantastically done there. And this is what happens when you don't go Cyclones.
Oh no.
Should have gone Cyclones.
Oh no.
Stop being Terrans, stop being trustworthy. You have to start playing like the Protoss and the Zerg. You have to start being sneaky. There's no honor in losing.
I mean, why?
Yeah, you have to say, no, I won't do Cyclones. And then go Cyclones with mag field acceleration and blue flame Hellions.
Don't listen to the Blomlitz. Blomlitz is trying to bring you to the dark side.
Yes. Join the dark side. Sorry, if you don't know, this is Blomlitz. The evil anti-steel mold.
Yes. It's very evil, but also very small.
Tiny evil. Alrighty. Welcome, gents and ghouls, to ley lines. Not LE, just ley lines. LL, if you will. LL, of course, stands for...
Low Leopard.
Yes, indeed. In the southwest corner of the map. They have no idea what that means. In the southwest corner of the map are red Terran representing the land of Poland and Team Preferred. It is Wert, otherwise known as DizzyDwarf.
And across the map we have his opponent taking that game in the previous map, and he is a blue Protoss player, also from Clan The Void, but representing Austria. It is Beast.
Is it Beast or is it the Beast? Or did
The
someone say
Beast.
lose the and it just be Beast? Ooh. Remember when I said stop being trustworthy? Yes. Yes.
And the only problem is that we do have a probe across the map, although he does see the barracks in the wall, so he may not suspect anything.
No. He should see. If he knows that there's like 300 minerals missing from this base right now. He should know.
He is checking. He is checking on the bottom of the map, but that is not where the racks are. Or maybe.
Schwerkraut? What's Schwerkraut? Hold on. I need to whip up my Google Translate again.
Wait, aren't you fluent in German, Kappa?
No. Heavy cruiser. Oh, yes. Haven't seen battle cruisers in a long time.
Is that what battle cruisers are in German?
Heavy cruisers.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's what they use in game as a translation.
Ah, could be.
I actually don't know if I know the Polish translation. Like, I know what I would call it, but I don't know what it is actually in the game.
How many Z's and Y's are in it?
No Y's, but I think it's Krążownik.
How many Z's?
Just one.
I love Polish. Polish is to me it's such a funny language. There's just so many syllables that just like it's very difficult to keep up, and I find it funny.
Look, if it makes you feel better, I feel similarly about like Serbian and stuff. There's also like I look at the letters, I'm like, this makes no sense. How do you pronounce that?
Grzegorz Pichncikiewicz. That's the. I love that name. Alright, so you have proxy versus proxy.
Yep.
This is getting that Stargate proxy.
Just an oracle.
The oracles. They're both just on the map, just fighting, brawling already, and the proxies haven't even gotten into the game yet.
Yeah, they're just, doing the regular harassment, just the first starting units, but now the Marauders are being revealed and they're marching into the natural base of Beast.
Yes, and they have concussive shells, so it's very difficult to escape them.
And there are no units here. The Adept went across the map, the Oracle is also trying to deal damage there, but the Marauders are uncontested.
An Oracle is just not... See, the thing is, an Oracle runs out of energy, and there's only so much it can kill at any given time, It can it's concentrating on the Marines because it's not being controlled, and the Marauders, they don't have that problem. They can continue shooting. They don't have ammunition.
Yeah. And the shooting they will.
So beefy. It's so beefy.
They are very beefy, and we only have a few Adepts here to help out. The Warp Gate just finished.
Okay, that's not an Artosis pylon.
No, it's not.
I was afraid for a second, because that would definitely be...
Probes are being pulled off the line. The Oracle returns to also help, and it is being recharged. The energy recharge is coming in handy. And, I mean, the Marauders are going down slowly, but so much damage has been done already.
There's so much... They do so little damage to Adepts, it's ridiculous. It took these 4 Marauders, like, what, 5 or 6 volleys to kill an Adept. It's insane.
Ooh, the Nexus is so low as well.
Okay, this Oracle does have enough energy to kill both of those Marauders, but the Nexus does go down.
And all in all, I mean, both players suffered some losses. We get 14 SCVs down to 19 probes. definitely worse on the side of Beast, as you know those Marauders that did a lot of damage. But yeah, both players starting the game quite spicy.
Yes, Battlecruiser are translated with Schwerkauzel. Even into though Battlecruiser would mean Schalkreuzer.
Schlachtkreuzer?
Schlachtkreuzer. Yeah, Schlachtkreuzer. Kreuzer.
Kreuzer. True. The Z's
Kreuzer.
are... Let's see.
Schlachtkreuzer.
Schlachtkreuzer. We're gonna learn German at this point. Like, at this pace.
I already did, and I still bad at it.
I did, but it was years ago.
Well, it was years ago for me too. I mean, 20 years ago, in
so
fact.
So many cities going down.
Almost 20 years ago. Yeah, a lot of SCVs went down, and this is a weird situation right now. Because Beast has an economy, but DizzyDwarf has a much stronger army. If you can take care of these oracles, it is going to be absolutely fine, I think. Oh, catches that Stasis Ward. No shield batteries for you. Oh, if we can get rid of the oracles with the energy.
Yeah, some of them have been recharged, but it also goes down. The one that was recharged went down, and the rest of them will as well. They were not able to help in this defense. The gateway units are trying to help out. The probes are being pulled, but so many of them already fell.
Yeah, bro. G is cold, and DizzyDwarf with a very clutch win here. Takes the series 3-1.
Very,
we almost got a reversal. It was pretty close. I still win. Foxy's target crazy. All right, very nicely done. GG, well played all around. We had some really good series. The plural of series today. Get some wonderful matchups. No mirror matchups. Strangely enough. Actually, no, we had the ZVZ. I forgot to start with the ZVZ.
Yes.
Yeah. Forgot about that. That was so long ago. So yeah, congratulations to DizzyDwarf for winning another tournament. It is up to 4 MSO victories now, which puts him on the board with such alumni as Emin Chocolate Vavin and Knock Knock. Only beaten by Stardock and Napolkoshon.
There you go.
With the 5 each. This is it's a pretty big honor.
That is some elite group there to join.
Yeah, I think DizzyDwarf and Zigor are the only contemporary players that are on that medal list right now. All the other ones have gone and gotten too good for the for the tournament.
Yes, I mean, in a way, that's kind of the point of this tournament.
Yes.
Like, it's a bit bittersweet, but like that's kind of the point that like through these tournaments, through the competition, through like all these games that are required to even play in this tournament, like eventually you will get better, you will advance to the next step. And again, we've seen quite a few players like coming from these amateur tournaments actually being, you know, semi-pros and pro players later on. So that's kind of the role of these tournaments. And I mean, it's always great to see. Of course, it's fun to always have our champions, our repeating champions, to see them like how they improve over time. But it's also nice to see them like, you know, graduate from this tournament and go to higher reaches.
Yeah, I mean, Stardock became a competitive player. He joined the clan as a professional player.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
and then graduated to Kerrigan Survival 2.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. I feel like the most the biggest example from our tournament specifically is probably Mixu. Because Mixu played in our tournaments like very early on, like 2017, 2018, like something like that, and he played like as Diamond. He was Diamond back then, and now he's like, you know, on that semi-pro level. So
yeah, it's nice to see our Ducklings becoming swans. No, growing up and becoming wild geese, angry and
geese.
capricious and fierce and
Sure. Yes.
undefeatable.
Yes, I'm sure that like the evolution from a swan is to geese. If birds were a Pokemon,
I
it
don't
would be
know. I
duck,
was
swan, geese.
trying. I was trying to work some metaphors. It's like Pokemon, you know, they change something completely different when they evolve.
Yeah. I would say I have not faced a geese, so I cannot attest to that. I know what facing a swan looks like. I've met a few.
Yeah, geese are kind of like that.
I
Quite
know.
territorial.
I have had to protect myself from a swan. Let's put it at that. Passing by some ponds and stuff. Oh boy. But yeah, congratulations to DizzyDwarf and Beast, and DizzyDwarf of course becoming our champion, but Beast also gets some prize money from this tournament. So shout out to both of them. Also shout out to Ragnar, who was the winner of our random raffle. So all of these players will be getting some prize money, so if you are listening to this, make sure that you join the match arena. Other than that, of course, as a reminder, all of our tournaments are supported via Patreon. So if you want to support the future editions of this tournament, then Patreon is a way to do so. Of course, you don't have to. I mean, watching our tournament is already plenty because, you know, having more viewership, we can get more attention to these tournaments, maybe get some sponsorships in the future. So like even watching the event is also very helpful. So, you know, don't worry if you don't have money to spare right now. But if you do, consider maybe checking out the Patreon to support this tournament and how they're running. And
Fish is asking how you liked his improvement today. You didn't know, how did you not improve? What improvement? You didn't even play. You gotta get your ladder games.
yeah, exactly. You have to get your ladder games. There you go. What's still said? No, but Captain Fish is one of the regular players generally. So
yeah,
it's always nice to see him in the tournament.
No, Kuro is not one of the regulars. He is the favorite.
There you go. There you have it.
The favorite player.
Said it. Oh boy. But yeah, with that, our next tournament is... Let me check the calendar. I mean, I know what the tournament is. Okay. So our next tournament will be a Firegrow Cup. Let me put the schedule on the screen. So Firegrow Cup, I was actually notified like just like an hour ago or so that it will actually be an hour later. So just keep that in mind, that the schedule is not 100% accurate because it will be an hour later than it currently is on schedule. So how many hours is that? In 2-ish hours? Like 2 and a bit? So in 2 hours, about 2 hours, Light will be here with Firegrow Cup. It is the monthly CIS region tournament, so he will be casting that. And tomorrow, of course, we have Sparkling Tuna Cup, which is another tournament that we host, but that one is open to everybody. So it's amateurs can play in it, professionals can play in it. So if you feel like, you know, trying your skills in something like that, then make sure to check that out. Other than that, Steelmold, where can we find more of you?
Twitch.tv/Steelmold and Steelmold on YouTube as well. I've been streaming quite a lot lately, and I think I'm going to continue a little bit. I'm even going to stream today. I'm going to stream some Star Sector. If you like Terran, you're going to enjoy Star Sector. It's a very fun space battle game. And yeah, I think I'll stream in about an hour. I'm just going to eat something and then I'll fire it up. And yeah, if you want to watch my previous series, like retro games, like the Quest for Glory series that I just finished, they are all up on YouTube, Steelmold on YouTube. Welcome to watch that. I watch them myself because I found that they help me sleep for some reason. I just watch my own streams and get so bored that I manage to actually fall asleep.
I could not.
It's I don't know why it happens, but it's a good. I'm going to ride that wave as long as I can, because if it gets me anything that gets me a good night's sleep is good in my book.
Fair.
And
but
what about
I would be so annoyed listening to my voice. Oh
Uh,
boy.
I got used to it, so that's a good
True.
thing.
True.
What about you, Krupp? Where can they find more of you?
If you want to find more of me, you can find me mostly in the CranKy Ducklings Discord, as I'm mostly working behind the scenes on the CranKy Ducklings events. But if you want to see my own content, you can check it out at twitch.tv/16squadsanseki and YouTube at 16squadsanseki. I know it's not the easiest of names, but that's the one that was available. And I generally don't stream StarCraft, so a bit of a disclaimer there, but I want to. I want to go back to laddering. So I may squeeze in like very, very, very short streams with some Zerg ladder, as I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing because I haven't played in like a year. So look forward to that. But other than that, I think that will be all for today. So again, if you enjoyed this stream and want to see more like it, make sure to follow us either on the channel that you are watching it. As a reminder, we stream simultaneously right now to Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Kick, and TikTok. So either way, either of these channels is having the same stream content. Other than that, you can also follow us, of course, on social, on Twitter/X. You can follow us on Mastodon, on Blue Sky, on Instagram, on Facebook. We also, of course, have our Discord server. The Discord server is probably the most important one because that's essentially the hub of all the information and everything that we do. So if you want to join that...
Clubhouse.
Sure.
Yes, that's our clubhouse. That's where everybody hangs out.
True. That is where we hang out, indeed. But yeah, with that will be all for today. We will be looking for some streamer to host some StarCraft content. Unless if we don't find any smaller streamer, we may just host BG Star Agora, because as a reminder, Star Agora is currently going on. They just started recently. And today is the final day, so make sure to check that out. And with that will be all, Stilmod. Do you have any final words for the stream?
Bye!
Bye!